morning, everybody. My God, it's Wednesday.
I love it.
Wow.
Yes, Wednesday. So we got Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday.
Yes, and you know,
And then
Fridays.
it's back to the weekend.
Everybody's always in a good mood on a Friday. Like, it just goes fast. You know, it's nice.
We should do this more often.
We should. 4-day work weeks are great, guys.
Smart.
Wonderful.
Governor Keogh.
I feel
Make it
like,
happen.
I'm more productive. I was productive yesterday. I
Same.
did things.
Yeah.
I'm going to be productive today.
Look at you go.
I'm going to do stuff today. I may be productive tomorrow. Not sure.
Huh.
Definitely not Friday, though.
Let's not get ahead
I'm
of
good
ourselves.
for 3 days of the week, maybe.
Okay, so now we're down to 3 days.
Yeah, I give you a good three
I'll tell you what.
solid
Yeah,
days.
I'm great for 3 days. I'm okay for the other 2.
Maybe iffy for the 4th day. Definitely not good for the 5th day. I'll throw 1 day away.
I mean, wouldn't
I'll
you
be
rather be
honest.
great for 3 than good for 4? Or okay for
Yeah.
5? Great for 3.
Yeah, I'm okay for 5. Kind of good for 4. Great for 3.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think we've done a lot of mileage with the Rizzuto Show, but maybe we just changed the name to Great for 3.
Great for 3. We'll give you a solid Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then
And the rest is just
the
crap.
rest is
Hey.
just we're phoning it in.
Welcome
Let's
to your
be
number
honest.
1 show, Great for 3.
Great for 3.
Hashtag
Rafe.
great for 3.
Rafe's gonna. I feel like Rafe
Yes?
should. I feel like Rafe should have come in today wearing like a wolf pellet over his shoulder.
Yeah.
Winter's coming.
Yeah.
Tis coming.
What do you mean?
Well, tomorrow's got his colonoscopy.
Your bowels know nothing, John Bowles.
I feel like he should walk in like looking like Jon Snow, like ready.
You know nothing, Rafe Williams.
Who are you with the coat so warm? A lion still has claws. I can hear the Lannisters coming from my butt.
Does this mean we're the Night Watch?
I know. I feel like you should wear like a cloak with like
Yeah. Raven
lined
feathers.
lined with fur.
Yeah, I
Because-
should have. I have one. Of course, you know that. You guys know somewhere in my prop box, I've got a giant fur coat.
Yeah, because what time do you start your blowout?
The cleansing begins when the crow. When the cock crows 6 times in the evening. As soon as I hear it,
You take the pills,
the pills
and the great blowout shall begin.
go down the gullet.
You've never done this before?
Not with the pills.
Okay.
Pills are the best. Pills are good. Pills
Oh,
are
man,
good.
that was a whole thing yesterday.
What do you mean?
Oh, the pharmacist at Walgreens on Chippewa was having a personal crisis. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah,
it
it's
was,
like they've never done this before.
Why do they got to make it about them?
It
Dude,
was.
pharmacists do, don't they?
This
Everything's
poor guy,
about-
he was the nicest guy, but it's weird when you get into a situation where the person is being so nice, you want to be nice, but they're so bad at their job that they almost make it impossible.
Well, what do you mean?
This guy was just, it's not his fault. It's Walgreens' fault. Walgreens, get it together, man. I'm about to go to CVS.
I've
You're
never
falling
had a
apart.
problem.
Oh, dude, the Walgreens on Kings Highway was falling apart. Came in, he's like, can you come back at 2? Just give me till 2. I was like, okay, I'll come back at 2. At 2:15, I come to the drive-thru. He's like, yeah. I come through. I wait like 30 minutes in the drive-thru. There's cars honking behind us, and I'm like, what do you want me to do? It's the wall.
I'm at the mercy of the guy in the window.
They're not even coming to the window, dude. They're acting like you're not even there. I got to the window. I sat there for like 15 minutes, and I'm watching him. Like, I've seen the guy. I'm like watching his body language, and he's like grabbing his head and just losing his mind back
you're
there.
going, I know you see me.
Yeah.
I know you see me. You're all ignoring me. I know you see me.
Oh,
in
they
there.
were walking past, and I'm like, all right. So I pulled around and went in, and then he's like, I saw you in the drive-thru. I'm sorry. And I'm just like, it's okay, man. I'm cool. We're cool. Hey, bud. I was like giving a pharmacist a pep talk, which isn't good. That guy's doling out God knows what to people. I'm like, hey, you got to lock in, brother.
Xanax.
You're giving Xanax.
I don't know.
It's a big deal.
For pharmacists, end of the month, is that a thing?
I don't
Oh, like
know.
refill? Like the cop
Maybe.
quota?
Oh, maybe.
No.
Do pharmacists have like the cop quota where they got to get the refills
No,
in?
well, maybe, it's like you never go to the DMV at the end of the month. That's the worst because everybody's trying to get in there.
Yeah. But that makes sense.
Their
There's
registration
there's
in.
expirations and all that. People are getting prescribed things every day.
I was thinking maybe it was like
Yeah,
coming
they're
off a
always
holiday.
I think.
They weren't open on Memorial Day, so maybe
Maybe.
they were getting doubled
That's
up.
probably what it was.
Boom.
That don't
Man,
make any dang sense.
this poor guy. I wanted to take him to lunch by the time it was, and he's like, "Thank you for being cool." And I go, "It's because people were not happy, sick. It's all the infirm sitting in there, lady on a rascal, mad as hell.
Everybody's
She's
got a
mean mugging
case.
me just for being upright.
Yeah.
She's mad at me just for standing.
Well, it's because you're, taking your health for granted. Sure.
And then it's
full
like,
of vitality.
there's also like, he goes, "What is it for?" And I'm like,
Do I have to say this out loud?
"Yeah, there's no HIPAA in a Walgreens?"
I thought there was like a protocol.
"My colonoscopy."
Why
Say it
doesn't
into
he
the
know?
intercom.
Hang on a
Yeah,
minute.
he
Why
was
doesn't
like-
he know?
The dude was so like out of his element. He's like clacking away on the keyboard, and he's like, "What is your medicine for?"
Colonoscopy, and don't forget the Valtrex.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, "Colonoscopy with a side of chlamydia cream." And then he gave me the juice first, and I go, "Gosh, I almost
doing the juice.
I almost just took it."
Sorry to tell you, sir.
And I go,
this is-
"I think I had they called in the pills, man." And he goes, "The pills? They do the same thing."
yeah, man.
He's trying to reason with you.
Clearly,
I had a
you've never
pharmacist,
had
and
this.
he's like, "The pills, they do the same thing." And I go, "I'm sorry, man." I'm like, "Can I just get the pills?"
Well, now he's got to get the butter knife out and count the pills out.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
You know the butter
weird-
knife?
Oh, I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
all
I
about
think
it.
he had to,
the
like-
cake knife. Are you kidding
The
me?
cake knife.
I think he had to mix. Maybe he had to mix up the concoction or something. And he's
No,
like-
they're not mixing anything.
Yeah, that's the icing knife. That's
he
the one
acted
you're
like he
supposed
went,
to
dude. He acted like he went back there with like beakers and like a still, like he had a
Right, right.
moonshine still
Like
to
he
make
had
this
to make
colon
the
blow.
pills.
Like he's the guy from It's a Wonderful Life,
Yeah.
that slaps the kid.
Yeah, listen, Walter White, you don't have to press the pills.
not
Just
pressing
count
pills.
them.
Yeah, that's what he
Count
acted
'em
like. I was waiting for him to put on like a hazmat suit and go to the back and be like, "Do you know what I've done for you?" He was being very, very over the top with
If
it.
he told you to tread lightly,
He was like
I would
showing it
laugh.
on his face. He was such a nice freaking guy.
How old was he?
He was like a middle-aged. I don't know. He's probably in his late 50s. I'd never seen him before. I think he's the new pharmacist, and he just seemed like
Maybe he was a sub. They got to have,
he might have been a
He
sub.
was
Man.
a bit overwhelmed.
He was, and he goes, "We're very busy. We are very busy. I'm saying we are very busy." And I'm like, "I see it, brother.
I'm hearing it.
I'm on your side. Cool, Papa Bell. I'm cool. I'm cool. You're cool. We're going to get through this together. I have to have this today because I got to blow my bunghole out tomorrow. I don't have a choice."
Well, you must have procrastinated because they gave me the prescription for my colon blow
but I
weeks
didn't get
before.
the pills until yesterday.
Ah.
I was lobbying for the pills because they didn't want to give them to me. And then he's like, "Mr. Williams," and he's like, "This is going to cost you money. The pills are going to cost you money." He's like, "The juice is free." The juice is free. And I'm like, this guy's really trying to sell me on this butt juice. No butt juice.
Yeah,
Give me the pills.
Big butt juice is always pushing people to have it from the pharmacy because that's the old way. And honestly, it sucks. And the pills I've never gotten to do.
Oh, the best.
And
I told you what my doctor said. He goes, "I don't trust the pills."
Well, we'll
I know. But
find
Works
out.
fine for me. I had the cleanest colon of the day, he said.
Well, I'll report back.
how many pills do you got to take? Like a handful of them?
It's a lot. It's like 12.
It's 12.
At once?
No. It's like 50.
What?
12 at once, though.
Oh, I thought it was like 20 at once.
It might be. I haven't done it yet. I
Yeah,
thought
it's a
I read
lot.
the directions this morning in a hazy,
I was doing them like
and by
three-
read, I mean looked at the blurry words because I can't
So-
see anymore.
and they're
6
big.
o'clock?
They're kind of horse pills. I was doing 3 or 4 per gulp.
I was going to say, like, are you one of these people that, like, takes a whole handful and
I
just
can do
gulps?
it.
Oh,
I can do
sister,
it.
You
I'll
do
people
raw dog
are
pills?
amazing.
I can't.
Do that.
Wait,
You're a sociopath.
I
raw
know.
dog them?
I got to do one at a time. I got to have water. I got to stop my
Anyone who
foot.
could take a pill without water,
I could do
think
it.
is a lizard
It's a
person.
superpower.
If
Yeah,
it's
you're
itty
not
bitty,
the
I
same
can
way,
do it.
Riz.
But like, if it's Tylenol or up, I can't.
It has to be like
Yeah,
the little tiny Sudafed.
like a little Xanax.
Well, make sure you
Xanax.
weigh yourself prior.
Yes. How do you prevent them from sticking to your esophagus?
Stay
water.
hydrated.
That's what I'm saying.
You got a
I'm
very
talking about
moist esophagus,
I
I
have a
bet.
moist
Talking about these
esophagus. I've been
lizard
known.
people.
I'm
You got
known
a
for
wide
that.
throat.
Why you got a great career on radio?
these
That's my
dry
thing.
boys.
You got a big
Man's got a
wide
wet
throat.
esophagus.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's 6,
It is.
and I'll do 6 at one.
Oh, wide throat Riz. Like
It's
throwing
gonna-
a hot dog down a hallway.
It's going to be on my tombstone. This man had a moist esophagus.
That's great.
Yeah, you got to weigh yourself before.
Oh yeah.
And then
When should I weigh? Tonight at 6?
weigh yourself before you pop that first pill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At your
pre-dump.
starting weight.
I'm
then-
coming out. I want the world to know.
And then weigh
I feel like
yourself right before you go to the doctor.
You are so excited
Tomorrow.
about the
Dude,
water
I
weight
can't
getting
wait.
out of you
Yeah,
right
dude,
now. I'm
it
so
counts.
happy for you.
It does count for 48 hours.
Daddy's going to hit
it
his
counts.
May goal weight one way or the other.
You better start. Don't you do what you do where you
Don't you
fast
do.
all the time? You are like borderlining eating.
Well, no,
disorder
you
'cause
gotta-
never eat.
Well, they tell you got to have like soup or like like clear broth, right?
Yeah.
Or bone broth, maybe?
He won't eat anything. And then you know what? He's going to put this
You know
weight
what I
off. He's
had?
going to lose
That's
like
not
10 pounds.
I had
And
psychotic
then he's going to
soup.
go, I'm not going to eat anything for the rest of my life.
Maybe.
No.
I might ride May out, ride it into the hook. I doubt it. Hot Shots is coming in Friday and going to put tacos and wings
right,
right back
yeah.
into my body, baby.
I've entered you into the taco eating contest on Sunday.
Thank you for that.
Oh, good.
I didn't know that.
And I put
I
money-
didn't know that you were allowed. I didn't realize I was your property.
And I've put money down on you to win. So, and that's free
Really?
tacos for a year if you
Oh,
win.
dang.
So
Or you could do it.
for who?
that
Your whole
sounds-
family?
for me. For
All
Riz.
right. I'll do it for your kids.
Oh yeah. Well, speaking of, my son turned 16 yesterday and got his license.
Uh-huh. How'd that go?
It went well.
Congratulations, my man.
100% on the test.
Dang, that's
Good
so
one.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
He's in the
Nerd
100
driving.
He's in the 100% club.
That's cool. I was not in the 100%
No,
club.
me either.
100% club.
100%.
That's impressive.
No, not only 100% club. 100% club on your first try.
And they gave him a keychain.
What'd the keychain
That's
say?
tight.
100% club.
Oh, that's so
Wait, my
tight.
tax dollars went for that?
I don't know where he got it from. He goes,
Macrame
look at this,
keychains.
100% club, and then
That's
that's
awesome.
it. Didn't see him again.
Yeah.
I maybe saw him for about an hour and a half yesterday.
You'll get another hour and a half in the next 5 years. Total. I'm telling you,
And
brother.
he's gone.
I've been warning you.
That's it.
Is
You know,
it-
I bet
I lost my boy.
a kid with a
Oh,
license
no.
and a car, parentless.
I lost my.
Bye.
I've abandoned my boy.
Well,
I've
Moon,
abandoned my child.
I've been warning you.
Moon and I had talked about some business stuff last night, and you FaceTime me, and I missed the FaceTime call, and you're like, hey, I'm going to FaceTime you. I'm like, hey, listen, I have a window of maybe an hour with the kid for his birthday. Like, we're going to blow out a candle, and that's it. I'm sorry, I cannot FaceTime right now.
Okay.
No, but he's home, and my wife, you got to blow out a candle on your birthday.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to.
It's bad luck if you don't.
It's
got
right,
it.
it is bad luck. So my wife got him a nice piece of chocolate cake, his favorite. Put a candle in it. And my daughter was, I don't know, somewhere else.
Okay.
And she wanted no part of this. And so, my wife and I are singing happy birthday. And he blows out the candle. And I said, let's sit down, have a piece of cake. And he goes, Dad,
No thanks, no time.
This is over.
I'm going to save the cake for later.
Damn.
I'm going to eat it when I get home, but I've got to go. Where are you going, son? I said, where you going, son?
Damn.
And when you coming home? Dad, I don't know when.
Oh, Lord.
Dude, I know this is funny, but I know that you're sad for real.
Did you saw him when you first held him in your arms in the delivery room? Did it all?
I
just kind
harken
of-
back.
I know.
16 years ago, we were at Barnes.
How many ounces? How many pounds?
7 pounds, 7 ounces.
healthy boy.
Sweet, healthy boy.
I hope that's the amount of weight I
Your
lose
baby
at
boy.
Barnes, too.
Your
7
first
pounds, 7 ounces, born at like 7 something in the morning.
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy.
777s. Kids, good luck.
Yeah, it was good luck. He's like, I'm going to some friend's house. I need to stop at the store before I go.
Oh.
I said, okay.
Errands. Cool.
So what are you getting? He goes, soda. I said, all right. Don't drink and drive. You could call your parents, obviously, if
Bluetooth hands-free.
you ever get in the situation where drinking is involved, and we'll come pick you up, no questions asked.
Nice.
Had that talk.
Very good.
And that was it. And I'll see him later this afternoon.
He'll have a mustache by then.
Yeah, my wife. My wife,
Big ass Daniel Day-Lewis mustache.
my wife.
Sam Elliott, he'll be like, hey, Dad.
You'll be like in
Gangs
Interstellar
anymore?
where he meets his daughter again, only she's 60. Cool.
I was asleep, and my wife came back from picking up my daughter at the cheer gym, and I must have woken up and I went, "Is the boy home yet?"
I get it, man.
Oh, no.
I feel
You're
for
going to
you.
walk in the kitchen. He's going to be hunched over a laptop like, can't talk now, Dad. My boss is up my ass about these spreadsheets.
Yeah.
And you'll be like, what boss? What year is it?
The page is turned.
Yeah, we turned the page yesterday.
Proud.
Yep.
It's good.
So,
You ever wonder
said
if you're
it's
like what if you're like an old dementia patient right now and you're just reliving this moment? And your son really is grown right
hang
now.
on, I'm pinching
crap,
myself.
I've
It
never-
hurts.
Never thought about that.
Like you think you're
I'm a
doing,
dementia
you're,
patient?
you're remembering like a memory that was like floating around in your
Wait a
demented
second.
head.
This is a
So
fear.
what
I have.
year is it?
It could be
2032.
I get dementia 2032?
Yes.
That's not that far from now.
I think it's 2045.
Unless you do 3 great days a week.
Yes.
When I have dementia, it's 2032?
Yeah, you guys start doing nice
Oh
things
my
for people, or
God.
you're going to get dementia in 2032.
Oh, it's
I'm going to give you to 2045.
I'm in my 50s.
Well, yeah, I know. It sucks.
Yeah.
You
I
better.
think you're in your early 70s.
Hey,
You're
man.
demented. You're sitting out by a lake right now.
Am I
I'm
in
right
Florida?
beside you. Neither one of us know who we are.
Your kid's reading a book to you about your life.
Yeah.
Am I in
That's
Florida?
how you see it all.
You think we're all together?
Rafe, did I
I
make
hope
it?
so. I hope we're all
No,
in the
I'm
city.
probably gone.
I'm swimming.
You know, I probably got eaten by a crocodile or something.
Oh no, yeah, no. You're swimming in,
Yeah,
in the
Lern-
pond. They're sitting there, just staring off into space, and I'm down the road at Disney World.
Yeah, fine.
Lern, a couple years prior, died at home and her cats ate her.
Oh my God!
King Scott's caring for us
That's how
all.
I want to go.
King Scott's actually caring for us all because he took such good care of himself, and his the keratin in his hair and his ginger blocked all the cognitive decline.
That's how
So
you
he's
want
our
to go.
orderly
This
that
is a
takes
win.
care.
Am I in-
He's not even a producer. He's just the orderly that takes care of us. This is all in your mind, like Shutter
Did I
Island.
make it to
Clarence.
Florida?
Yeah, we're all in Florida. I mean, like that's I'm not, but you guys are.
Your son,
You're dead.
Your son just brought all 4 of your grandkids to see you. Dad, do you remember me, Dad? And you're just
100% club, and he jingles the key change.
He jingles the keys,
You
and then for
remember
a
this,
moment, there's a moment of clarity. Son,
He came back to him.
And I remember May 27th,
May 27th,
2025.
2025.
And it takes the jingling of the 100%
We're all,
club
and
key.
here we are.
I had the piece of chocolate cake.
Yeah, I'm just a figment of your imagination.
And Amelia's married to some new guy.
Oh, she remarried? I'm not
She did.
dead.
His
I'm not
name's-
dead.
But we
Well,
put you in a home.
His name's Ron,
He may as well be.
It's Ron.
and he's got a huge hog.
And he's got a huge hog and he's tan. And he's
And
I'm
you
still
can see
alive.
you can see the outline through the pants, and you don't
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it
he has the
yeah,
body
yeah.
of
because
Nick
you're sitting in a
Hexum.
rocket chair right at crotch level.
In your diapers.
Wait, so my wife and her new husband
Ron,
come and
Yeah.
visit
with a
me?
huge hog. come
Ron
to visit you.
Hexum. And yeah, and she's she's happy.
Very
it's
happy.
Okay.
Walking funny,
How
but
cool
happy.
is that? She's
Did I
you're
tell her to
happy, too.
remarry?
Yeah. And
Did
if,
we get divorced?
You're not sure.
yeah.
at
You
this
something
point.
happened.
Nah, he's just living in sin with her.
Oh.
She's still married
Well,
to
I
you.
don't like this future.
Okay. Well, you're in Florida, so
I
that's
don't
all
like
you
what's
wanted.
going on
I'm sorry
here.
to tell
Hey,
you,
you're in
life
Florida.
isn't fair.
Yeah.
And you got the
Oh,
tracksuit
I made it to
on.
Florida. Okay. Oh, in a tracksuit? At least let me be in the home with a tracksuit on.
Oh, we're all wearing tracksuits.
Everybody wears a tracksuit when they're almost dead.
And New Balances.
It's all you go from. You start in overalls and you end in overalls. Like you just you get back into the onesie. If you're lucky enough to make it to the other end of the spectrum, you eventually make it back into diapers and onesies.
I'm not a fan of this future.
That is the goal.
Well, you
Anyway,
don't know about it because
happy
right now
birthday
you
to
think
your
this is
son.
real. So let's just live in this moment.
Yeah, the talk that you think you just had with your son was actually a talk he was having with you. Hey, if you ever get in trouble, you drink something wrong at this place, I'll come get you. No
man.
questions asked.
Yeah, I don't love this.
How do you think I feel? You get to live in a seminal moment with your son, and I'm stuck in your memory on the day before I get a colonoscopy.
Yeah, with the icing knife.
Could be worse, bud.
Oh, yeah, you're reliving the day of your colon cleanse. Yeah, sorry, buddy. I win.
Well, the human brain's a crazy thing.
No, this is a legit question. And I know, Moon, you've had two kids get their licenses.
Three.
3 kids get their licenses.
Count them, 3.
More on the way. At least 5 more on the way. So you relive this 5 times.
Yeah. I'm only in the middle of the storm. I'm in the eye of the storm.
So my wife's going out of town for work Friday, and kids got different activities over the weekend. My daughter's got a couple cheer things. My son's got a couple hockey games. Sunday morning, there's a conflict where there's 2 events at the same time, and the boys got a game out in Wentzville.
Well,
I'm like, man. Like, yeah, you've had your license for 1 day, bro. I don't know if I want you driving out to Wentzville.
Yeah, Wentzville's a little far.
Am I being too like, and listen, you're a licensed driver. Does it matter if it's 7 minutes away or 35 minutes away?
It's interesting you say that because every single time I've had a review, what was the restriction for me? And I'm pretty sure, just like my childhood in the 80s, my parents were like, see ya.
Yep, you can do it now.
If I could ride the bike that far, I could go that far. If I could drive the car that far, I could go that far. I don't think there were any restrictions at all. I don't think my parents even thought of it. Because, we're South County people.
Right.
My dad was raised in South City. And South County people, and I'm not speaking out of turn here, the world is South County. That's it.
Right.
So once you're out of there, who knows where you are? You're just in some gray area in the planet. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they probably assumed, well, he's not going to leave South County. We don't leave South County. We don't go anywhere. So, but, then I'm driving all over the place.
You're going to be basically in a, 10-mile radius,
Yeah, they didn't know I was down at the creepy crawl, loading my gear in at 17.
Yeah, I just said, like, hey, buddy, nothing east of 270 for right now,
Well, you got the Life 360 thing or whatever, so, like, at least you know where he is if you need to.
Am I being too cautious?
70 is dangerous.
70's crazy town.
Yeah.
It's Sunday morning.
You can have him drive. You ride with him.
Okay.
All right. Well,
No, the whole thing is I can't go.
Oh, that's right.
So do I get him a ride, or do I have him just drive out himself?
Trial by fire, my man.
Does he have any
Get out
buddies?
there.
The boy is ready. He got 100%.
I agree.
Does he have any friends with him that he could can go with him?
Well, you can only have one.
Yeah, you can only have one.
The restrictions for 16
the first 6 months.
Yeah, for the first 6 months, you can only have one unrelated person in your car if you're
Right.
driving.
Okay.
There's like a lot of, they kind of changed the rules, or they made rules, I guess. Because when we were kids, my 16th birthday, I got my license and I could drive a clown car if I wanted.
I got my license on April 30th, and then it had been like late May, early June. I drove by myself from Springfield all the way to Shelbina.
Dang.
Like, it was instant. Like, they're like, oh, you're good.
Yeah. And our parents didn't even blink an eye. They're just
What are
like,
you going to hit a
see you
cow?
later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to swerve and hit a cow?
I saw
You never
3
know.
cars on the way.
This is Wentzville, my friend. Wentzville.
Well,
Wildwood to Wentzville.
What day is this?
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning, that does
remotely.
matter. I think you're fine. I think, do it.
no back roads?
I think you do it.
No,
I think,
there's no back
I think you
roads.
trust
You want me
him.
to come ride shotgun with the boy?
That'd be nice.
You make sure he checks in.
I could do that.
As soon as he gets there, he has to text you.
yeah.
I could do that.
Listen, we have so many more things
I know.
going for us.
Listen,
as parents.
this is new to me.
Our parents just had to go, well, I'll just say a prayer and
And
hope
also,
for the best. I hope I see him at dinner.
I like to pretend I'm all tough guy, but I'm a softie.
if you don't
You
want him
know
on
that.
70, he can just go past the 70 exit, and there's that first little bridge, you can just go off there and take a left and go past the Quick Trip and all that and into Wentzville.
First of all,
What the hell are you talking
I don't
about?
think you've been around
going off
teenagers
bridges.
lately. They're the worst with directions.
Are you talking about going into the river?
No, 64, you go up 64 past 70 in that first exit. You could take that and get into Wentzville that way.
Like 364?
No.
No.
I don't know
Yeah.
where I am.
He's saying 6470 junction. But either way, you got, I mean, like Rafe said, trial by fire. You just got to let him
probably
let
just
him
gotta
roll.
Just go.
Okay.
My
Go.
daughter had to drive on highways, a whole bunch, those first couple months, and you just kind of tighten up and say,
Oh,
text me when
man.
you get there.
I know.
Butt cracks just crinkled
Yeah,
up for
dude, I just-
10 years. Like, oh,
You're just creating diamonds for a while.
he'll be all right.
No, I know it's going to be fine. Listen, I'm taking you all through what I'm going through in my head. You're
I love
right there
living
with me.
Vicariously through
You're
it.
right. You're right there with me, guys. These are my thoughts. I know I'm not a negative thinker. I'm not like, oh, he's gonna like my mother-in-law.
Yeah, we don't go there.
If my mother-in-law calls my wife and she doesn't pick up the phone, she assumes she's in a ditch somewhere.
Yeah.
You do that as well.
I think it's every mom, honestly.
You
my
do
mom
that
still
with,
does that with my
you
sister.
do that with us.
And me.
Oh, yes, I do that with you guys. Yes, but we come so early in the morning.
Lern wasn't here, within 10 minutes of when she was supposed to, and you go, she might be in a ditch somewhere. We better text her.
Which I appreciate.
Well, that's because it's very early for us.
And I may be in a ditch, to be
And
honest.
yes, she's known.
I'm a ditch queen.
She's a ditch woman.
Take the ditch.
She's the lady of the ditch.
Let it be known.
No, seriously, if my mother-in-law cannot get in touch with my wife, it takes 2 calls. If my wife is called twice, the third call is to me, going in little old lady Russian accent. Is everything okay?
No.
Yeah. We're doing stuff.
She's getting a massage.
Hey, to be fair, 100%, it does depend on the kid too.
Oh no, I know.
And I know that you have the utmost confidence in him. He's a part of the freaking 100% club. I mean, that has earned his right to go to.
You're
Louisville.
right. 100% club.
You know, because no offense, my daughter was. I mean, she has a stick, and she's pretty good. She's pretty good. And my son, it's taken slightly longer.
He'll be fine.
But I'm just saying, like, first week I would trust my daughter going to Wentzville. I'm not 100% sure I'd trust the boy.
All right, well.
Right now. He's got some ways to go.
Well. All right, I think you guys convinced me.
You're welcome,
fine.
boy.
It'll be fine. I know Rafe's got his. Rafe's got his colon blow today. I'm just looking around the desk here.
Yeah.
So I see cough medicine. I see what other drugs do we have out?
Oh, I have everything.
Moon's got his vitamins out.
I just took my vitamins.
I have Tums. I have Pepto.
Okay, just by the way, just everywhere out. There's
strewn about.
We are the pharmacy show.
this is wild.
Well,
Yeah.
3 great days.
Vapor inhaler.
Okay, well let me ask you this: if somebody asks you how are you,
Electrolyte drink to help move things along.
Oh yeah, those are pretty decent.
I got a Midol,
Those are good.
which is caffeine free.
so if somebody asks you how are you, chances are or if you ask somebody like how are you, chances are they'll go good, fine, or not bad, and then they'll flip it back to you and you'll say something similar. How are you? I'm good. But you know what though? You're both probably lying.
That's right.
So of 30 or 30, okay, so 30 days in a month, 31 days in a month, of a calendar month, how many days do you feel fully healthy?
Oh, don't look at me.
Gosh.
I know the answer immediately.
I am 100% like I'm good. Like nothing, no aches, no pains, like no cough, no sore throat, no headache. Like I am good. Out of a month, how many days do you feel fully healthy? I will tell you what the average American said, but I'd like to hear it from you. I'm going to go to you last, Lern, because
I'm a hypochondriac.
you're
Fine.
crazy. Moon?
I'm a positive thinker, and I think that's very important. I typically say, I love my life, and it's the best day of my life and all that because I can, and that's a psychological thing
Yeah.
for me as well. I have a tendency to be sad or, deal with different things. But I will say physical health and everything else, 1.5 to 2 days.
Holy
You
cow.
poor thing.
100%. But I'm
Fully, so it's 2 words, fully healthy.
fully healthy. And you said physical aches and pains as well.
What about
Fully
tiredness?
So, and tiredness, I think, plays a huge part because I know my mental decline and my mental fog when I'm sleep deprived, and I'm pretty much sleep deprived every single day of my life. On top of that, the knee has some issues, and I will say, I know this sounds stupid and old manny, but like depending on the weather or the pressure or whatever, my knee is
feel that.
aching at least 20-something days of the month.
Feel that?
So I'm gonna legitimately
What?
and honestly, and,
Oh my God, you
and sadly
poor,
say, probably
poor man.
probably 2 days if there's 31 days in the month.
I am impressed. That's all I'm going to say.
Are you going to say 0 days?
No, I'm not. I have more days, actually, in my head before Moon
Scott?
said.
Oh, I would say, tired.
That doesn't count.
Okay, that doesn't count. I would say then like pretty much maybe 1 or 2 days I'm sore.
From what?
So you feel fully healthy 30,
like 29
29 to 30
Yeah,
days.
rarely do I not.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's
Yeah.
killer.
And that's even with the back issues, but I do a lot of stretching, all that stuff. If I don't do the stretches, and I'm out of sync with exercising, then yeah, it increases.
Rafe?
Wow.
Well.
Big differences.
Well,
so far.
Yeah, so far we got quite opposite ends of the spectrum to work with.
We have I feel good once a month.
So I feel bad
good.
once a month.
Let's say 2 days.
First of all, I feel like I have like a baseline that's not normal. I think about this a lot. I'm like, I think my baseline is probably, I'm like a cell phone that's constantly at 9%. Like I'm just, you know what I mean? Like I'm just being plugged.
You're on red.
Yeah, I'm being plugged into the wall just enough to be like, okay, I think I can get to my next destination.
Yeah.
So I kind of always feel like my baseline, maybe I'll go into the yellow, like 20%. I always feel like a cell phone that's got a bad battery.
Plus, we're working almost every weekend.
Right. So it's like I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul a lot on time management and sleep management, and also just like general ailments of like, I don't remember what it's like for my stomach not to hurt because I'm going in for a GI tomorrow because I'm just like, man, what the hell's going on with my body? It's probably from too much caffeine and eating like a piece of trash and being old and probably drinking, if I'm being honest. Right early on, rot gut whiskey didn't do me any. So I don't know if it might be 0 days that I actually feel, but I've gotten so used to feeling my baseline that I'm willing to, I think, in an optimistic way, that I feel good 2 days a month, 3 days a month.
Oh, my God.
We're living the same life. Dude.
I'm kind of on his side with this.
Because I'm going to say, like, I'm good, like, maybe, like, 14 days, 15 days.
That's
you.
tight.
If I'm being honest on my baseline, I probably feel good half the time. But my baseline would probably make most people feel ill.
Yeah. Dude, like my mother is 80, 81, 82 years old, and she said she doesn't have a single ache or pain in her body. And when she said that, I'm like, whoa, what? And she said, yeah, I have 0 aches and pains. I was like, your back doesn't hurt all the time? Like your upper back or your knees or your shoulder or anything? She's like, no. You? And I was like, yeah, every day. Every day my knee or my shoulder or my back or all three are hurting. Period. I just thought that was life. That's like you said, that's my baseline.
I'll go to the gym and work out hard and be like, man, I think I need to throw up.
Oh my gosh, I'm not there.
And then, but my body, like my brain and my body are like, no, man, you got energy. And my stomach's like, hey, man, cut it out.
Learn.
Things aren't going well down here.
Well, like I talk about this a lot with my husband. Like, I'm a woman, so I have a period every month that I've had since I was 11. And that is like, if you're lucky, 3 to 5 days of feeling just like dog crap.
Okay, so we'll take that right off the top.
That for years. But then yeah, I got like my baseline with my bubble guts, and I'm not really sore. Like I'm still pretty flexible, but it's coming. Like I'll have the soreness one day. So, but I was going to say like 5 days out of the month, I feel good.
So
You feel fully healthy.
Like I feel, and it's
you
normally
feel
on
healthy.
weekends. Like it's normally like a Saturday Sunday combo, which makes me want to rethink my entire life. Like what's wrong
Wow,
with me?
what is wrong with us?
I know.
Where to start?
I'm optimistically saying like 2 weeks. It's
That's great. If that's for real. Are you really thinking about how you feel?
I am. I'm gonna stick with 2 weeks. The average American feels healthy, fully healthy, 19 days
Wow, that's
in
great.
a typical month.
Lucky
That's
people.
roughly 63% of the time. So in a typical week, you'll feel fully healthy for about 4 of the days, and less healthy for 3 days. And this is just about feeling healthy, not that everything is awesome. So people were asked what health issues they battle the most frequently. And the main problem areas are, number one is fatigue. So people struggle with that about 13 days out of the month. Mood changes 10 days per month. Digestive issues, almost 10 days a month. And headaches, about 7.5 days a month.
Yeah, keep us sick. Yeah, great. Sucks. And it's all about what we're eating.
Yeah.
It's all about what we're putting in our gut. Gut health is at the focal point of all of our issues.
I just want to know,
She ain't wrong, dude.
Moon, since you've cut out carbs, have you noticed that the aches and pains are less? Because it should have
You don't eat
reduced
carbs?
inflammation and all that.
I've just cut them way back.
But have you noticed a change?
I don't know, because we've had so many, like, weird pressure days that like the knee and the shoulder have been kind of doing their thing. I will say I haven't had any headaches. Those first couple days, though, just like cutting everything out. And God dang, dude, as soon as you do that, what does everybody do? They just shoving cookies on you. Mm-hmm. Everybody's like, hey, try these cookies. Do Re Mia, Malia Venus.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, I tried this new recipe. She gave me the most attractive looking cookie I've ever seen.
And you can't say no?
She does
I
such
said
great
no,
work.
bro.
Oh,
I
that's
said no,
insulting.
but it's like drug pushers. Like everybody's just trying to push their brilliant drugs on me. And no,
Don't you push your cookies on
I've
me.
done okay. But I was surprised. You said the average American has headaches 7.5 days a week.
7.5 days a week, 7.5 days a month.
Other
They
than
struggle.
kind of like a tired headache, which I don't necessarily count. I really haven't had any headaches. I've shaken
Oh.
nuts. Except for those first few
Jeez,
days
that's
cutting
like
carbs. That was a
Caffeine headache. That's what's
Oh.
getting a lot of people, man.
Okay, good point. Good
Like
point.
waking up,
withdrawal.
having that withdrawal in the morning. If they try, then you got to douse it with caffeine.
That's probably what people are talking
I've been caught in that brutal cycle.
I was getting fed all these Nourish app ads in my Instagram, and I finally bit it, and I was like, you know what? It's covered under insurance, nutritionist, dietitian. I'm going to do it. And I've been doing it for 2 weeks, meeting with a dietitian.
Hey, nice.
And it's been awesome.
And?
I've been calorie counting and
there you go.
getting myself all figured out.
Well, I
and,
hope you feel better
more than 2 days a
2
week.
days a month.
Or-
me
Yeah.
too. Yeah, that's why I'm doing it.
You ever have a day where you wake up and you're dialed in and you really notice?
Oh,
Doesn't
yeah.
happen often, but I've got where I'm like, oh, dude, if I could feel like this every day,
It's
so much done.
Yeah, it's exactly.
I could go to the zoo.
It's always the days that I should be resting, but when I feel that good, I'm like, oh my God, I got to get something done. Like,
Right.
I got to take advantage of this.
I want to be around people. My mood is good.
Yeah, you wake up in the right sleep cycle. Your mental health, you're at least able to compartmentalize all the terrible things you've done in
Right.
your life and not
Push
think
it
about
down
them
for the
that
day.
For that day, your body feels good. Your stomach's feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have acid reflux. You feel like you got a good night's sleep. Your skin's looking good, and you're just like, today is the day. I'm feeling like I'm elevated. I'm buzzing.
I will say when I had
Can't
that,
hold on to it for very long.
when I
though.
had that Niagen stuff from Victory Men's Health, I felt like that for 4 or 5 days.
Oh,
I was-
plug me in, dude.
It was,
Yeah.
it was amazing. So that month, I felt
Oh,
great.
I feel like I'm going to be turned into a werewolf just hormonally. Every week, I'm a different person. I'm 4 different people every month. You know what I'm saying? So
True.
shout out to all the ladies going through it. You're turning into a werewolf too. I got you.
Well,
I'm
I
Jekyll, Hyde, Smith,
Yeah.
Wesson.
hope we're feeling sharp. Because tomorrow is the Scripps National Spelling Bee.
Oh, doggone.
I know it.
And, I like to give you guys, spelling tests.
Pop quiz, pop tart.
Yes. Wait, you're going to do this now?
No,
Oh.
well, tomorrow is the finals. The finals on the Ion Network. I'm expecting everybody over around noon tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah. So I got the stuff
noon
ready
tomorrow?
for it. Yeah.
Are you making a hummus?
It's the one. Yeah, of course, my annual Spelling Bee Finals hummus. It's the 100th anniversary this year, and Google celebrated by looking at the top trending how-to spell searches over the past month. None of that hard, but they're used a lot, so we Google them a lot. So these are the top trending how to spell searches over the last month. So, Lern, can you spell congratulations? That's number 1.
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Go ahead.
CONGRATULATIONS.
That is
Congratulations.
correct.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
The second most Googled how to spell search over the past month is Moon spell appreciation.
Oh, man. Appreciation. Used in a sentence, I have great appreciation for Scott Rizzuto.
Wow.
Thanks.
No pandering.
Appreciation, APPRECIATION, appreciation.
That is correct.
Nice.
Good work.
The next one was Florida.
Can I have that one?
Googled most in
Florida.
Florida.
Can I have that one?
Florida.
You fools.
Scott?
You want me to spell Florida?
Florida.
Yes. Okay. Florida.
Good.
So
F-O-O-S-H-E.
Florida.
Correct.
What's up? Very good.
Give him a ding dong.
Oh, okay.
The next was amazing.
Amazing.
How do you miss that?
AMAZING. And Rafe, the fifth one is camouflage.
Oh,
I like how we went from Florida, then you went ahead and skipped back to you for amazing, and then put camouflage on me.
On purpose. Camouflage. Rafe.
Camouflage.
Come on, you should know this, Southern Illinois. You preach a big game.
Yeah, it's our favorite color.
How can I read a word you can't see?
Let's go there, Mr. Mossy Oak.
Good God, I'm sweating right now. My uncles are all gripping a stag tall boy so hard. You better get this right. C. Let me write it.
No.
What?
This is spelling bee rules.
I'll let him write it.
No writing.
Oh, well.
He's writing.
Oh, you're writing it.
No, I'll stop. It didn't help. I'm
Now
going to be
that
honest.
it's written? Okay.
C-A-M-O. Camo. F-L. No?
Can I try?
Did you shake your head?
He shook his head when I had L, and I just lost my complete identity.
I'm trying to help him.
I'd like to help out.
I'm trying to help.
do
Tap
that.
me in.
I'm the parent in the audience, like
You
banging
can't
trash
do
cans.
that. Learn.
Go.
Camouflage.
Camouflage. C-A-M-M. Damn it!
She's gone.
Can I try?
Camouflage.
Because I always used to mess this up. I put the U
F-L-A-G.
after the A typically, but it's not. It's after the
Let's
O.
go.
C-A-M-O-U-F-L-A-G-E.
That is correct.
There we go.
Camouflage.
You are Hoosier elite.
Camouflage.
Nobody knows how to
flag
spell
in
that. You're wearing camouflage.
That's
You
a
probably
silly
couldn't
one.
even
That's a
spell
silly
it.
one. Because it should be C-A-M-O-F-L-A-U-G-E.
A-U-G-E.
But
Yes, that's...
yeah. So you just got to make sure.
I like
that-
having two M's, so ammo's in there.
Yeah.
It's not a bad
Now,
idea.
Google also looked at the top slang terms we can't spell.
Okay.
I like having F-L-A-G because the flag's in there.
It's a perfect word.
Ammo, flag, camo flag. That's how it should be spelled.
Because this is America.
So they looked at the top slang terms we can't spell, and a couple are embarrassing, just 3 letters long. Like they posted a map of the top how to spell slang terms in all 50 states. And in Minnesota, Kentucky, Mississippi, and Hawaii, it's bro.
B-R-O?
B-R-O.
Okay. Maybe the bruh was screwing people
Maybe
up.
B-R-U-H, they're doing it. We here in Missouri, we can't spell bougie.
Because we ain't bougie.
'cause we
That's
don't
right.
wanna.
We have a bougie problem. Go ahead, Learn. Spell bougie.
Why do I have to spell it? Bougie. B-O-U. Hang on.
Uh-huh.
G-I-E. Bougie.
That is correct. Yep.
What's up?
It just looks like
I thought it was boogie.
That's dumb.
It's from bourgeois.
Puts the U
Bougie.
in boogie.
Well done.
I
Former
guess.
bourgeois.
would have got
I guess
that.
people spell it with the J.
It's French.
See, we're bougie in a Hoosier
She's
way.
bougie, so she can spell it.
So
Well,
we're B-O-O-S-H-I-E.
I want to say congratulations to the no doubt Indian kid that's going to win the spelling bee.
Capybara. I knew it.
We'll play the clips tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh no, we'll play them on Friday because Friday is when we'll know who won.
As long you must promise me that this is our yearly heron.
Heron.
Say
I
herring?
might as well.
Just get it out now.
I'm just going to do it now.
Heron.
Wait, herring?
Heron?
Can you repeat the
Hair
word?
wink.
This is one of my buddy's favorite things that we do.
We're going down to Heron.
I mean, it is that time of year. I have to find it.
He texts me every year like, "Thank you, tell Riz thank you for doing the hair wink
Hairwink.
clip."
Herring?
Okay.
Heroin?
Here it is. No.
Heron.
I got it.
Herring.
Please repeat the word.
Hey, please repeat the word.
Heron,
What's the word again?
heron,
Hair wink,
heron,
hair row,
heron,
hairline,
No.
heron,
hurling.
heron,
Hey, please repeat the word.
No.
heron,
Herring,
heron,
herring,
heron,
This is an SNL.
harangue,
heron.
All right, this kid's probably got an IQ of a bazillion, by the way.
He sounds like he's 55 years old.
Yo, I almost feel like now listening to it because it goes longer than I ever remember. It almost feels like he and his friends were like, they had a bet or something.
Yes.
Like, hey,
This
you
mess
have
of
to make this last
Right.
over 60 seconds. If you do, I'll give you $500.
Okay, so this is 13 years ago. This happened back in.
sixth grade.
You know, I mean, think of the silly games that
Oh,
we
yeah.
play. You know
This
what I
happened
mean?
back in 2012. So this kid, 13 years later, is probably like the head of something or other at some hospital.
The Heron Preservation Society.
Cedar Sinai.
Herring.
Heron.
Heron!
Harangue.
Heron.
This woman, by the
Air
way,
one.
Heron.
Oh my God.
she's going to be in a hospital bed someday, you know, senile,
Heron.
93, just going, Heron, Heron,
Angry at him.
Heron,
Hairwink.
Heron.
Heroin. May you please repeat the word, please.
Heron.
Can you please repeat the word?
Oh, airplane.
Heron. Heron.
Helicopter?
Herring.
Harambe.
He still hasn't used it in a sentence.
May you please give me the definition.
A wading bird that has a long neck and legs, a long tapering bill with a sharp point and sharp cutting edges.
Heron. Heron. Heron.
$500,
Right,
Richard.
that was a bet.
That is correct.
Had to be a 5-letter word.
Yeah.
Silly man. He did great.
Well, again, that was 13 years ago. So good luck to all the competitors today
And the
tomorrow.
and the word readers.
Spelling bee. And the word readers, yes. Couple local stories before we hit the first break of the morning. In fact, after the break, we're going to give away some stuff. So this one is quite the saga out of Festus involving a guy named Jack Roper. So it all started super early, like 1:30 in the morning on Thursday of last week. Police tried to pull over this Roper guy in a Chevy S10 pickup.
Is that the guy from Three's Company? Oh, Jack Tripper.
Jack Tripper and
Mr. Roper.
Interesting.
They had a baby.
So the Chevy truck had Audi license plates on it. So I guess red flag number one. So a pursuit kicks off eastbound 70 near the Blanchette Bridge. During the chase, he allegedly swerves towards a police vehicle. Not good. Spike his tires. Chase wasn't just local. He goes over the Chain of Rocks Bridge into Illinois, then comes back over the bridge into Missouri again. Finally stops on the bridge, and this is where it goes from a bad situation to hey, hold my beer. He gets out, threatens to jump into the Mississippi. Officers trying to talk him down. Then he grabs a piece of lumber out of the truck, tosses it in the river, and then jumps in after it.
Oh, my.
Oh, dang.
How high up
Huck Finn.
is
Chain of
the
Rocks?
Chain of Rocks Bridge?
Oh,
I was
boy.
trying to figure that out.
I mean, that's a tall one.
It depends on the level of the river, I guess.
That's a good point.
Damn.
I mean, no matter what you did wrong, jumping into the river at 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, the undertow alone would take
The
it.
old one is 50. But so I wonder.
I don't know. This guy left two people behind in the truck. One of them told police, like, I didn't want any part of this. I told Jack to stop a couple times. So they found him. I mean, he lived.
Wow.
With the help of the St. Louis Fire Department boats, eventually they found him at a water treatment plant downriver in Riverview.
Dang. So he made it past all that.
Was he getting treated?
Whoa.
I don't know. How far away is Riverview from the Chain of Rocks Bridge?
I was in hopes he made it to one of those troll houses.
Oh, the little things in the middle.
That is 3 minutes away from each other, 1.1 miles. It's not like crazy.
Oh, so it's not like crazy, but still 1:30 in the morning in the Mississippi.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Daredevil.
wonder if he threw the lumber on the water just to like, here's my flotation device. I
Of
don't know.
course he did.
Make sure it still floats.
Yeah.
Huh. So that happened. Saga out of Festus. Also, some big news coming out of St. Louis City SC yesterday. They fired their head coach.
Bye.
And we were talking about this off the air yesterday, Moon. The fact that
Yeah.
he hadn't been fired yet.
Is insane.
Olaf Melberg.
I mean, I guess you got to give him
Olaf.
a fair shake as far as
Cool name.
games. I think it was only 14 games deep, but
15 games. He only coached for 15 games. The club dropped the announcement on social media just before 7 o'clock yesterday. He was hired just last November.
yeah.
Seems
And-
like a super quick hook, doesn't it? Or
yeah.
no, or
Except for, I mean, listen, dude. The MLS is what it is. It's not a defensively strong league in general. We do not have a strong defense. But the whole philosophy from the building of the stadium and the field and everything has been a very high attacking, strong attacking sort of philosophy, if you will. And this dude was just playing this European defense ball. And even his starting 11 choices, like, listen, I'm not a professional coach here, but everyone that I know, from supporters, like diehard supporters, to people down at the stadium, to just, armchair experts, everybody was just like, well, I don't get any. No one understood any of these moves, and it cost us dearly. We won 2 games with the guy, and one was against a third division team.
Yeah, 2 wins, sitting at 14th in the Western Conference. So clearly things aren't clicking. The sporting director, I love this guy's name, Lutz Pfannenstiel.
Yeah, it's Pfannenstiel.
Pfannenstiel.
He's
Lutz Pfannenstiel.
I almost feel like his job is at risk from all this.
Well, he put out a statement, and it's interesting. He said, and I'm paraphrasing here a bit, he said that the decision goes beyond just results. He mentioned they analyzed a bunch of factors, including the need to get back to a style of play that led to the team's initial success and has been part of our DNA for 4 years. He also said the club has certain standards, and they felt a change was needed to improve our overall performance and return to a winning culture.
100%. Here's the worst part well, maybe not the worst part. They should have done it weeks ago, because these last couple starting 11s have just been thoroughly confusing and obviously resultless. But the worst part, and I don't know if you have this in the story, is that they're taking the City 2 guy.
Yeah, David
and he's
Critchley.
going to be the interim, which, okay, great, but City 2 is the only thing we got going for us right now. So I'm hoping that doesn't negatively affect them taking their head coach out.
Well, they've named David Critchley as the interim manager. He's been the head coach for City 2,
which has been
their MLS Next Pro team,
which has been spectacular, like a really cool success story in a very short amount of time. Let's not play with that. If again, I'm not the expert here. I'm not Lutz, but that's the thing that's scaring me the most. I don't think this season is salvageable.
Well, I want Lern's initial thought on this. Are you surprised about how fast they pulled the trigger on Mellenberg?
No.
Melberg.
I am surprised by the synchronicity
Melberg.
of yesterday hearing you guys talk about, like, the coach, and then he got fired. So I feel like, the show kind of killed that for him.
Lern, do you buy the style of play argument, or is it just a nice way of saying they weren't winning enough?
I love winning probability. Are you kidding me? Yes.
And what do you think kind of pressure this puts on the team for Saturday's the next game against the San Jose
Orions?
Earthquakes? That's correct.
Pretty close.
I wouldn't know neither.
Critchley's going to do a great job.
I think so, and I love that positive attitude.
Thank you.
Well, we just got to find a replacement quickly, so we can get Critchley back to what he was doing right.
Back to City 2.
Yeah,
or
maybe he crushes. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just been a disaster. That first season was so cool, so exciting, and so good for the city. But I'm almost like, I almost wish. I don't even know if I wish, but maybe sometimes I wish that it didn't happen.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because it's been such a fall and so hard to take, and it's. I don't know, man. I think it's made things suffer a little bit as far as like reaching new audiences and new fans and all that. And that being said, you can still go to the stadium, go to the home games, and have a great freaking time.
That's what I
It
heard.
is still such a cool environment, and it's because of the supporters and like all that
It's a
they
lot
built.
of fun, honestly.
But you got to have a better product on the thing, and you got to text us back.
That's right.
That's all inside, just so you know.
Oh.
Just a little something inside there. All right,
Love
listen,
it
we
so
got to take a break. But first, all right, teamers, remember today is brought to us by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Join us on Sunday at the Hot Shots in St. Charles for a giant 35th anniversary blowout spectacular. That's Hot Shots in St. Charles starting at noon on Sunday. From Bethalto, Illinois, Juliana Ursh is our team.
Oh, yeah.
Juliana loves everything about the Riz Show, loves learning about new things like bands, and loves the funny stuff. And it makes her drive to the tattoo shop not seem so long. She is a tattoo artist at Denwin Art Design Tattoo. She is a heart failure survivor and a
Wow.
loving wife and a mom.
Wow.
What a
Dang.
story. Juliana from Bethalto is our Team Riz member of the day. Get super sweet Team Riz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, after the break, let's do a contest. All right, we'll do a contest. Let's get this out of the way early. We've got a busy show today. We have tickets for the Sessanta Tour featuring Primus, Perfect Circle, and Pucifer tomorrow over at the amphitheater. We got tickets to go see Pierce the Veil with Sleeping with Sirens next Sunday over at the amphitheater. That's June 8th. We've got tickets to go see Falling in Reverse with Slaughter to Prevail, Hollywood Undead, and Sleep Theory on September 2nd at the amphitheater. And we got tickets to go see Jeremy Piven at the Factory next Sunday night. All right, so here's what we're going to play. It's going to be a game called Guess the Song, but summertime song editions. So I've got 4 different categories, and you'll pick a category: country, pop, rack.
Rack.
That's all women with big breasts.
Fine.
Oh, it was
Country,
rock.
pop, rap, and rock. Okay, so you pick a category. I will read you the lyrics, a couple lines of the song. You tell me the artist, that's 1 point.
Okay.
The song name, that's 1 point. And if you can tell me the year the song came out, that's 2 points.
Wow.
I'm not good at that.
Wow.
Some of these are easy, some of them are hard, but they're all summertime theme songs.
Right.
I'll give you 3 songs, so each song has a possibility of 3 points. I'll give you 3 songs. If you get 6 points,
You win.
you win.
All right.
And you could use a Riz Show member as a lifeline if you need.
Can a lifeline answer for all 3 or just one? of the
Just one.
sections?
One song.
Okay.
No. You understand what I'm saying.
All 3
Like
categories.
If they know nothing, and then they go to one of us, can I be like,
You could say that song is this.
Yeah.
This is the year. This is the artist.
Your lifeline gets the song.
oh boy,
Your lifeline will get the song for you. So you could strategize here. Like a couple of us in here know a lot about country songs.
Mm-hmm.
So pick a country song and then pick a Riz Show member as a lifeline
Yes.
and do it that way. But listen, I only have a certain amount of songs in each category. So once the category's out, it's out. And don't be yelling at me like this song doesn't belong in that category. We're not playing that game. All right?
Sounds like you're unsure about a couple of your
Yeah.
picks.
Yeah, well,
Sounds like you
there's
made
a
some
song or two
mistakes.
that could go either way into categories, but we're not playing that game.
Fine.
All right, 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. Guess the Song, Summertime Edition is next. Welcome back to the program. Phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. The text line is 314-649-DUMB. The Mick Ulch Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Riz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizShow1057thepoint.com. We'll talk to Chris Kerber at 8:30. He's a birthday boy today, Chris Kerber.
Really?
Birthday boy. Birthday boy, Chris Kerber. Also, Chef Liz from Tenacious Eats will be in.
Nice.
Talking about she's got a Friday the 13th thing coming up. And her son Ben is going to be here.
Nice.
And her son Ben, I guess, hiked the Appalachian Trail. And they're doing something called Adult Indoor Summer Camp. Tales from the Appalachian Trail with Ben Schuster. And there's a couple dates of that coming up, and we'll talk to him about his adventure.
I got
on
some
the Appalachian.
questions because I get sucked in an algorithm on TikTok about the Appalachian trails and like the spooky things that happen out there.
You think you met Sasquatch?
Possibly.
I hiked part of it.
Did you hear somebody
No.
talking to you?
Well, he was out there for 15 minutes.
Yeah. What do you mean you hiked it? What do you?
Hey, look,
you
there's a
actually
trail.
Well,
hiked
no,
it?
there's part of the Appalachian Trail that goes to New York. So when I
Like
was a
it's-
Boy Scout,
Okay.
we hiked it.
Very good.
That's right. And it was for more than 15 minutes, you jerk. Maybe an hour and a half.
There's like shadow people out there or something. I don't know.
Tina pooped on the Appalachian Trail.
Well, there you go.
She did.
Yeah,
I wonder if Ben saw it.
maybe. We'll ask Ben when he gets in here.
Maybe it looks like Sasquatch.
Before we get to the contest, somebody sent this over to us on the text line. And this is from a D.L. Hughley post on Twitter.
I think I saw this.
And they thought of Rafe when they saw this. And they write, a husband leaves his wife at the airport because she, against his advice, left the gate, then took too long getting Starbucks coffee. Some think he was wrong to board the flight and leave without her. Others think he was right to leave her. What do you think? So again, against his advice, wife goes to Starbucks at the airport. She takes too long, flight boards, flight leaves.
Is this Rafe?
Well, that's what somebody thought of Rafe. But is the husband in the right to leave her? Rafe?
Yeah. Peace out.
Moon?
I don't know. There's probably extenuating circumstances, as I had. Thank you very much.
Well, this is a Tina Rafe situation.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
she-
if you may not get a ticket refund, man, that's what they did to us.
Well,
Like,
she
they
didn't go
were
to
just like-
Starbucks. She was just late to the airport.
She was late to the airport, and she also did go to Starbucks. Yes.
She stopped at Starbucks on the way?
Oh, yeah. No, she's at, like, in the terminal. She was late to the airport,
And stopped at Starbucks.
and there was a checked bag situation. I can't remember exactly what it was. She'd put something in the bag that I told her.
Oh, and she got stopped at TSA. I don't know if I could leave my wife. I'd be furious, but let's be honest. Let's say we're going on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, I really need a half double decaffeinated half calf. Like right now. I'm like, we're boarding in 10 minutes. No, I need it. Against my advice, she goes to Starbucks and they're boarding and she doesn't realize it. And I'm texting her, I can't leave without her.
And
We all know you're
here's
not
the
leaving
thing.
without your
Where
wife.
were they?
I'm not. But if somebody's in a situation where this person is constantly doing
He's
this,
trying
and
to
there's
paint me in a bad light right
no,
now.
no.
I
I'm
like it.
actually kind of defending you because if there's an agreement, if there's a pattern, and there's an agreement, and there's something that just continually happens, and there's whether it's like a out and out agreement or like, hey man, you're late to everything, you're costing us this, you're costing us that. At some point, there's a dividing line, and I'm kind of on Rafe's side as far as if there's history here, he's probably in the right. If not, it's a bit extreme. I would never leave my wife.
I would never leave my wife, but I'd be pissed.
I've left Tim.
At the airport?
I boarded the flight and left. Yeah.
And Tim was left at the airport?
Yeah.
Or was he not there yet?
No, he went home. Yeah.
Oh, well, he went home on his own.
Yeah, but
But he
I
was
didn't
supposed
go
to fly
home with
with you.
him. Like we had a whole trip planned and I was
He
like
flipped out.
Yeah, he was like it was like our first flight post COVID. We're not good flyers, people know that. And so he was like, I just can't do it. And I was like,
Was he afraid of getting sick?
I just think that he was not in the mindset to fly. And that's fine. But I was like one Xanax in and I was in the mindset to fly. And I
Your
was
one Xanax
Mama was
and
prepped for
Mama-
and a
flight.
shot of fireball,
I had
and
my-
let's go.
and you know
Ground
what?
control to Major Lern.
And so I know my sister, you know, like I could stay with my sister could party with me. So like it was a perfect situation, but I was like, I gotta go, you know. So, you know, I've had some weird thoughts about that. Like, should I have stayed by his side and not gone? And, you know,
Did he say, no, you go?
yeah, he was
Okay,
he
so
was-
fine. You take it for what it.
Yeah.
Take that for what it is.
Yeah. And then
That's less you leaving him and more him staying.
Yeah, and trust, he like beat the hell out
This
of
is
himself
you went to
for it.
Starbucks and you missed the flight.
well,
Yeah.
that was what Tina's was too. I didn't leave her in Shreveport. I left her in St. Louis.
You've got a home here.
I left her at home. And then she made a choice to stay and book another flight. It was going to cost us $700 extra if I got off that flight.
Right.
And practicality won out over romanticism on that day.
Yeah. I definitely wouldn't leave Allison, but what I would do is I'd go, like, if she goes to Starbucks, I'd run on the airplane to tell them, like, hey, my wife's taking her time.
wife.
And it's in their power at that. If they want to
Yeah.
stay, they can. I would try. I'd be like, I tried, babe. And
Yeah.
I'm now in Cancun and you're still in St. Louis. I tried.
And where were we going? somewhere where we had to get there an hour before, and I was like, we have to get there. If you're going to check a bag, you have to. And she's like, they're not gonna.
Wasn't it when you guys were going down to Jamaica, or not Jamaica?
Bahamas.
Bahamas.
It was the Bahamas.
You had to go to. It was you had to get to a flight to connect down to the Bahamas, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And everything's all timed down.
And I said, don't take a check bag. And she's like, I want to take a check bag. And I said, I read the instructions. They said, you got to get there an hour before to get your bag cleared. And she's like, they'll clear it. Trust me.
Oh, yeah. Famous last words.
And then she got in line. And I got in line. And I went through. And then she's calling me. And she's like, they won't take the bag. And I go,
told you.
I told you. And then I told you I wanted to drive here just in case they didn't want to take the bag. Then we could stick the bag in the car. And you said, no, they'll take the bag. We're Ubering. So now we have to either give up the contents of the bag or someone has to take the bag home. I tried to schmooze the...
Yeah.
I was like, bring it through. I tried to schmooze the bag lady. We'll bring it through. Maybe they'll check it right here at the gate for us.
Wow.
She didn't. And then when she showed up with Starbucks, and it pissed the lady off. She's like, this is your wife, sir? I was like, yeah. She's holding the Starbucks. Like, this is who we've been waiting on?
Yeah. Had time to stop to get Starbucks, huh?
Priorities.
All right, let's give away some stuff. All right, today's contest is sponsored by
CarStar, your auto body repair expert. Hail damage. See them at carstar.com.
All right, so we got Sesanta Tour tickets. The show's tomorrow. Primus, Perfect Circle, Pussifer. And there's no, like, opener and closer. Like, they're all playing at the same time. Like, there's different acts. Like, Primus will come out, and then they'll do 3 songs. A Perfect Circle will come out, they'll do 3 songs, and they'll kind of rotate on and off. It sounds pretty cool. We got Pierce the Veil tickets, we got Falling in Reverse tickets, and we got tickets to go see comedian and actor Jeremy Piven at the Factory next Sunday, June 8th. So we're playing Guess the Song, Summertime Song Edition. So you pick a category: country, pop, rap, and rock. I will read you the lyrics of a part of the song. You tell me the song title, you'll tell me artist, those are a point each, and you tell me the year the song came out. That's 2 points. So each song has a possibility of 3 points. You have 3 songs, and you have to get 6 points to get the tickets. You can use a racial lifeline once during your turn. All right, 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. Let's start off with Travis in Granite City. Good morning, Travis. Hello, Travis. Hello, Travis. Travis ain't there. Amanda, hello.
Heron.
Hi.
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 All right, Amanda. Pick a category: country, pop, rap, and rock.
Let's do country.
You're going to do country. Okay. So you're going to play yourself, or are you going to pass off to a Riz Show member?
Play myself.
You're going to play yourself. All right. Amanda? Now you can always you can revert back to the Riz Show member if you want during the song, okay?
But only for the song, not
But only
for
for the song.
the year or artist.
You can
Oh,
For any category.
for any part of the song.
Okay.
but only one part.
Yes.
No, you could no. The
One
Riz
song.
Show, for the song.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So we can help.
You can help just
in
with
all
the one
3
song.
points.
Yes,
but all 3 categories.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Okay.
Just making sure. We got the word.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
I got my toes in the water, ass in the sand, not a worry in the world, a cold beer in my hand.
Zach Brown Band, Toes.
That is correct. Okay, 2 points. Somebody keep track. And the year?
2009.
2009 is correct.
Got my toes in the water, ass in the sand, not a worry in the world, a cold beer in my hand. Life is
I
good
do not know
today.
this song.
Me neither.
Life is good today.
You know this song?
I do.
Adios.
3 points for Amanda.
Zach Brown Band is actually a pretty good band.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Wait, we're doing 1 point for each, right, or 2 for the year?
2 for the year, 1 for song, 1 for title. All right. Amanda,
4 points.
I would
Pick a
not have known the
category.
year.
Amanda, pick a category.
Can I do country
You
again?
can do
or does it
country.
have to be
You can do country again. Here we go.
All right.
Now remember, some of these are easy, and some of these are a little more difficult. No shirt. I'm sorry, no shoes, no shirt, no problem. Blues? What blues? Hey, I forgot him.
Kenny Chesney,
Yeah.
no shoes, no shirt, no problem.
And the year?
2002.
That
She
is
is
correct. Wow. Amanda wins.
Light up my life. You could have been a richer man's wife.
Dang.
I feel like Amanda knows that song. She's so country. Wow.
When I was putting together this game, I've heard of that song. I've never heard that song.
Oh, God, it takes me right back
Good
to high
job,
school.
Amanda.
Every boy in Monroe County that had an old truck was blaring that song down Main Street in Columbia, Illinois in 02.
All right, Tiffany, hello.
Hi.
All right, Tiffany, pick a category: country, pop, rap, or rock.
Country.
Country, okay.
Wow.
Here we go. Here is your country lyrics. Back this hitch up into the water, untie all the ropes, and let's get gone.
On a pontoon, Little Big Town.
Okay, it's Little Big Town for sure. I'm going to give you another guess at the title. I'm going to say form of. So you kind of got it right, but I'm going to give you another shot.
I want to shorten it a little bit.
Is it On a Pontoon?
Do I give it to her, Rafe?
Give it to her.
I believe it is just pontoon.
It is just pontoon. Should I give it to her?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, give it to her.
Let's give it to her.
All right, fine.
That's 1 point.
What year?
2005?
2005 is incorrect.
Dang it.
It's 2012.
Oh, my.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Again,
2 points.
I never
2 points.
My boss loved this song at Lori's, and she would get drunk and put it on repeat, and I would be like, I'm going to kill you if you don't sing this song. Every summer. She moved to Florida.
She's sitting on a
This is what
pontoon
you're going to
around
be doing in
there.
Florida, dude.
I do not know this song.
I've heard it 3 million times.
You're not a Little Big Town guy?
No, I don't. I've never heard this banger.
Do you know the band?
No, not really.
It sounds like let's give them something to talk about, Bonnie Raitt.
Yeah. No, I kind of checked out for country music for about 15, 20 years there. Well, I still might be actually checked out on it.
All right. Pick a category.
Country again?
Sticking with country. All right, I'm running out of songs here. Okay. Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie.
Is that Alan Jackson? I'm going to get this wrong.
Alan Jackson, correct. Name of the song is?
Oh, Chattahoochee?
Yes, it's 2 points. Can I get a year?
1997.
1997 is incorrect, but it's 1993. But you get 2 points.
Well, way down yonder on
Okay.
Chattahoochee, it gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. We laid
93, you
Georgia
sure?
asphalt. We got a little
I
crazy.
feel like it was 91 or 92. I was.
I don't know. I have it listed at 93. I don't know.
All right.
She said 97. Wrong.
Yeah, definitely wrong.
I like to imagine Alan Jackson's mustache just singing this to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your son has his mustache now since he's driving.
Yeah, this is the song where he water skis in his jeans.
Hell yeah.
All right. One more song. Pick a category.
Country.
Damn it. Okay.
Okay.
Run out of country songs. Here we go.
Well,
Baby, you a song. You make me want to roll my windows down and cruise.
Florida Georgia Line Cruise, 2006.
2006 is
Nope,
incorrect,
that's
but
too
you got
early.
the song title, you got the band. It's 2012.
6 points total.
6 points, you win.
Awesome.
All right, hang on. Yeah, don't know this one either.
No. I'm proud of you for picking some of these obscure songs, though.
Well, I'm trying to pick like summer songs. You like this one, Rafe?
no,
Why?
not even a little bit.
Scott? No, Scott's on the phone. You like this, Moon?
No, I do not.
It's fine. I don't like this, but it has its place.
I don't like
I
this.
mean, you asked me if I like it. No,
Well, I'm wondering. I mean, you're
do
the
not
country
like it.
guys.
I don't like it. It has
Pass.
its place, and it's just not my thing.
It's making a lot of my bros happy, and I'm happy for them. It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make it bad.
Yeah, me
it's not
too.
for me.
Is it considered like bro country?
That is, yes. That is what I would call peak stadium country.
I said,
in
Lern
my
and I are
opinion.
ignorant.
We're ignorant.
Ignorant.
I'm ignorant.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
All right.
It's the T-Pain auto-tune
Luke?
country.
Yeah.
All right, Luke, pick a category.
I'm going to go country if you got anything left.
All right, I have one more song left. And,
Yeah, like-
and don't come at me
Who
with
are all of these people?
You get one.
and don't come at
country
me
folk.
if you say this is not a country song, okay?
Country
This
folk.
is what you're sensitive to, this
Yes,
song?
this
Okay.
song. It was summertime in northern Michigan, splashing through the sandbar, talking by the campfire. Can I get an artist? I'll read it again. It was summertime in northern Michigan, splashing through the sandbar, talking by the campfire.
Is it Garth Brooks?
Show me Garth
Hell
Brooks.
no. You ain't spending no time in northern
It
Michigan.
was summertime in northern Michigan.
I don't know who this is.
No,
Kid
man.
Rock. Summertime.
I'm gonna need a title again.
Summertime.
No! It's called All Summer Long.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Terrible song.
Terrible song indeed, Luke. Good for you.
I'm gonna guess
All
a
right.
year.
Hey,
20.
no. He's still got a shot at the year.
Shoot.
2008.
2008 is
see.
correct.
It is. Oh my.
Wow. Okay, so 2 points
Crapola.
and 1. So he's got 3 points right now.
Nobody's a fan of the song. Scott, you love this song, right?
It played the whole year of 2008.
I love this song when I'm Thelma and Louising it off of a cliff.
Oh.
You know? Thank you.
I love this
Soundtrack
song
to my
when Warren
death.
Zevon made it.
Oh, okay.
I will go with rock.
All right, you're going to go with rock. Fine. We're out of country songs, by the way, so.
I like the Kid Rock cover for this. He's wearing a shirt that says Alabama. So it all goes together
All
nicely.
right, here we go. Oh, when I look back now, that summer seemed to last forever. And if I had the choice, yeah, I'd always want to be there.
Nice.
You could use it. You could use a lifeline if you need.
I'll use a lifeline.
I'll read it again. Who you gonna choose?
Moon.
Okay, Moon. Even though Rafe said nice and probably knows it, but
Okay.
goes with Moon, who uttered
No.
nothing.
Moon's good at this.
Moon. Oh, when I look back now, that summer seemed to last forever.
Yeah.
And if I had the choice, yeah, I'd always want to be there.
We do a summer of '99 version of this. That's Brian Adams.
Yeah.
Summer of '69.
Yeah, year.
I thought so.
He's had a better shot at the year than I had.
1984.
69.
That is correct.
Gosh.
Dude.
Very
No
good.
freaking
No, or
way.
did you just
I
shoot
just
that out?
I just tried to
Telling you,
math it.
Moon.
I went, let's just do 15 years
That's a Brian
past
Adams
69.
miracle, my man.
It was.
These were the best days of my life.
All right.
Holy smokes.
It's your
points.
son driving around today, dude, listening to Brian Adams.
All right, you got 7 points?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. That felt good.
All right.
Amazing.
Stab it.
I would have
was
gone
how did
way,
he have
way
7
higher
points?
into the 90s.
He only
got
had 2
7.
songs.
I know, but
84?
so Moon got 4 points for him.
3 points possible. 1 for the song, 1 for the artist,
Yeah, I got
and
3.
2
He got Kid
for
Rock.
the.
Yeah, he got the year on Kid Rock, which was worth 2 points, and then he got Kid Rock. He didn't get the song title.
The years were 2 points?
Years are 2 points.
Holy smokies.
So 2 for the year. Okay, so.
So that's
4,
3.
6, 7. He got 7
Kid Rock
points.
in the year is 3 points, and then Moon just got 4 points for him.
Oh, so
Equals
you win.
7.
Okay, my bad. All right, Luke, congrats. Hang on.
It's flawed, dog.
1984. Holy crud.
Listen, I trust
Yeah,
you.
man.
I'm gonna
Killed it.
I feel today's a good day.
Patrick.
How's it going?
All right, Patrick, pick a category, except for country because I'm out of country songs.
We'll go with rap.
Rap. Okay, let me go to my rap folder.
Whoa.
Okay. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Summertime. Time to sit back and unwind.
Is that the name is Summertime?
Uh-huh.
Is it a Jazzy Jeff and Will Smith?
Okay, I'm going to go to the judges for this one.
I mean, yes.
Summertime, you got correct, 1 point. And you said Jazzy Jeff and Will Smith.
Or he goes by the Fresh Prince, doesn't he?
There we go.
All right, we'll give you. All right, fine, we'll give you that. It's DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Summertime. Can I get a year?
99.
99 is incorrect.
91.
91.
91?
It's the only, I don't know why I know that. I'm bad with years, but I knew that.
1991.
Yeah, when you listen to it, you're like, this isn't 99. This is before.
This is totally 91.
I mean, yeah.
99 would be like Miami.
Exactly. I wouldn't have gone back to 90.
Wild Wild West.
All right. Patrick, pick another song. Pick another category.
We'll go with rap again.
Rap again. Okay.
It's rap again.
California knows how to party. In the city of L.A.
That is Tupac.
Yeah.
Is it song title California?
I'm saying no.
No.
It's in there.
California Love. Okay, so we gave you the point for Tupac. Can I get a year?
98.
98
No way,
is
bro.
incorrect.
Dead before. I'm gonna say
1995.
92. Oh, 95? Get on out of here.
I was thinking it was like 92.
I thought 92 or 3, yeah.
I remember loving that 92.
All right, so he's got 3 points total right now.
All right, 3 points total. Okay, you need to get all 3 here. So I need you to pick a category.
We'll keep rocking with rap.
Keep rocking with rap. Okay, here we go.
Okay. It's confusing.
Just waking up in the morning. Got to thank God. I don't know, but today seems kind of odd.
That's Ice Cube.
Uh-huh.
It was a good day.
Okay, now, for the win, we need the year.
92.
1992 is correct.
Oh, my goodness.
Did it, dude.
Just waking up in the morning.
Very well done.
Hang on.
No barking from the dog.
No smog.
And mama cooked the breakfast with no
hog.
Okay,
It's a Wednesday.
killing it.
Have you
Colton.
seen the demographics where they
Yeah,
tried
they figured
to
it
What's up, guys?
triangulate what day Ice Cube was talking
Yeah. And Ice Cube says it's totally made up. It is not based on a day at
A
all.
real day, right. But they did the
Somebody did
metrics.
calculate it.
about. Someone did calculate
The
it.
Supersonics lost, the clear day over LA.
All right, Colton, I need you to pick a category.
Yo, what's up?
Pick a category.
Let's do pop.
Pop. Okay, here we go. Pop. Let me get to my pop page. Daisy Dukes, bikinis on top. Sun-kissed skin, so hot, will melt your popsicle.
And the song's on my head, all right?
I'll read it again. Daisy Dukes, bikinis on top, sun-kissed skin, so hot, will melt your popsicle. You could ask for help.
Daisy Dukes.
You could ask for help if you need. In 3?
Yeah, let's go with help. Let's use Lern.
Learn.
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry, correct.
California Girls.
Correct. And the year?
Oh, I'm thinking. Hang on. Where was I when this was playing? Okay.
the
I'm
year
gonna
is?
say 07.
07 is incorrect. 2010.
All right, 2 points.
Hey, you got me something. That's all that matters.
Okay.
All right, cool.
All right, you're on your own. Need a new category.
Let's do Let's do rock.
Rock. Going to the rock category. Here we go. All right. On an island in the sun, we'll be playing and having fun, and it makes me feel so fine, I can't control my brain.
Can you read it just one more time?
I can. On an island in the sun, we'll be playing and having fun, and it makes me feel so fine, I can't control my brain.
I don't know the title though.
You want to take a guess at an artist?
Let's go. Rolling Stones.
No. I think. Yeah. I'm sorry, Colton.
Yeah.
That is
Weezer.
And the song is called
Island in the Sun.
And the year is
2003.
2001.
I'm terrible at years.
And the song is okay.
Yeah, I like it. It's
all right.
peaceful.
All right, Austin. Hello, Austin.
Hello.
All right, Austin. Pick a category.
Go rap.
Rap. Okay, let me see how many rap songs. Okay, I got one more rap song. All right, here we go. Hot Girl Summer. So you know she got it lit. Hot Girl Summer. So you know she got it lit.
I have no clue. I'm using Lifeline.
Lifeline.
Go Rafe.
Rafe. Hot Girl Summer. So you know she got it lit. Hot Girl Summer. So you know she got it lit.
Show me Lizzo.
No, that's.
Can I get a title at least?
Hot Girl
It's
Summer.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Hot Girl Summer.
Hot Girl Summer. Can I get a year?
I'm going to go 2023.
No, I think it was.
I have
before that.
2019. Can you look that up for me? Hot Girl Summer.
Yeah, it looks like 2019.
I thought
2019.
last year was Brat Summer. It was Hot Girl
I
Summer.
wrote 2019 down, and it didn't. Looking at it again, it doesn't make sense.
Hot Girl Summer, August 9th, 2019.
Okay, 2019.
Sorry, bud.
Okay.
It's close.
All right. Pick a category. So you got 1 point. You have rock or pop left.
Go rock.
Rock. Okay. We're waxing down our surfboards. We can't wait for June.
I have no clue.
Not a guess. We're waxing down our surfboards. We can't wait for June.
Nope.
Okay. Sorry, Austin. That's anybody?
I'm going to assume Surfing USA, Beach Boys,
Yeah. And the year?
1961.
Oh, 63.
We're waxing down our surfboard. We can't wait for June.
Okay.
There were contextual clues in there.
Yeah. You got to go.
Could have merited a
A couple
guess.
of them are a bit more obvious than we're assuming.
I'd like to end with a win here. Katie, hello.
Hi.
All right, Katie. Final contestant. Guess the song. You have pop or rock?
Rock.
Rock. Okay, here we go. Remember, you have a lifeline if you need it.
Okay.
Nobody on the road. Nobody on the beach. I feel it in the air. The summer's out of reach. Nobody
The
on the
Boys
road.
of Summer?
Okay, you said, I'm sorry, say it again.
No, say it again to me. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
nobody on the road, nobody on the beach. I feel it in the air. The summer's out of reach.
Follow your heart.
The Boys of Summer?
Correct. By?
Don Henley.
Correct. Can I get a year?
1985.
Oh, 84. 84.
All right, 2 points.
All right, 2 points. All right, you did good. You did good.
Good job.
Okay.
She could have said the Ataris.
Yeah, I would have accepted it. All right, so pick another one. Pop or rock?
Pop.
Pop. Okay, here we go. Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I want to take you. Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama.
I can't even say it. I'm sorry.
You got it.
Kokomo.
Are you reading
Sounds
it?
like somebody's reading.
Sounds like somebody's reading it.
No, she's working it
You're
out.
taking it back.
Well, she got it.
Give me the song. Give me the title. I'm sorry. Give me the title. Give me the artist.
Beach Boys.
Yes.
Oh,
and give me the year.
I don't know the year. I'm sorry.
It's 1988.
My husband's birth year.
Didn't John Stamos play the drums in this music video?
They did come on Full House. I was thinking Full House when he started reading the words.
All I see is Stamos in my head. And that's fine.
I do love this song. All right.
That song
Beach Boys
rips.
showed up at their house in Full House, and
I think John Stamos is playing drums for them this summer on tour.
Yes.
Whoa.
Is there anything that man can't do?
God, I know.
I think he's been in the band
Jessica
for a while.
Soplis has got it going on.
All right, one more song here. How many points you got?
She has 4 points.
4 points. All right,
Step away
Katie.
from the computer.
Kokomo.
The biatch.
You got rock or
Come on.
pop?
Rock.
Rock. Okay. Here we go.
And she still has a lifeline, right?
Yes.
Should she need it?
Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
I'm going to use my lifeline.
And who are you going to go with?
Moon, for sure.
Moon.
Wow.
Yeah, good
this
guess.
is wrong.
Definitely Lern territory.
Yeah, this is older.
Do you think you know it, Lern?
I know the song, but I'm scrapping my head right now to figure out the artist.
I'm gonna assume it's Summer Breeze. And
Summer breeze, yes.
Yeah.
I'll get. You know what?
Summer breeze.
It's one of those like
Makes
Loggins
me
and
feel
Messina.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give you somebody
You're on
else.
the right track, dude.
Do you know it, Rafe?
Yeah.
Oh, you know the artist? It's a duo, right? It's
You're on the right track,
it's,
dude.
It's
Follow
Loggins
your
and
heart,
Messina.
brother.
No, it's not like in Messina.
Summer breeze makes
ELO.
me feel fine.
I'll play it.
Not
It's not
Down the
ELO.
highways of mine.
Summer breeze makes me feel fine.
It's not the Bee Gees.
No.
Jasmine in my mind.
So it's not Loggins and Messina.
No.
I'm trying to think of the other two. What's the one with you kiss, your kiss? What's that duo?
You kiss on my lips?
Yeah.
You're thinking Hall & Oates. And
It's not Hall & Oates?
No,
Well, then
and it's not
you're on the
Blur
right track.
Sibley.
I mean, you are.
I will have no
You're right
guess
in the
beyond
strike
that.
zone.
But I'm going to guess 1969,
Oh, no.
1968,
No, 72.
72. I was close.
I'm sorry, Katie.
Well, what do you want from me?
Seals and Croft.
Ah, man.
You're a rock band.
Never would have got
See
it.
the paper laying on the sidewalk.
Oh, see if you let that come in.
Is this Jack Black's dad?
So I walked on.
All I think of is that Will Ferrell movie where they go back in time, Land of Time, I guess it is. Maybe have you seen that? Where they go back and are hanging with the dinosaurs and the cave people and stuff, and they're all high on LSD, and that song comes on.
I've been crushing, but that was nuts.
All right, let's see if you know this one. Hot town, summer in the city. Back of my neck getting dirty and gritty.
Hot down, summer in the city.
People walking by, but I put them on the sidewalk, hotter than a match. What is that song? dude?
Rafe go.
What is that song?
Do you know the name of the song?
Hot town, summer in the city.
Summer in the
Back on
City.
my
Summer
neck.
in the City by.
Oh God!
They have a cool name.
They did.
Cool name. What is the cool name?
Summer in the city.
Hot town, summer in the city. Back of my neck getting dirty and gritty.
It's the Love and Spoonful.
Yes, it is a cool name.
Down, summer in the city. Back of my neck getting dirt and gritty. Bend down, isn't it a pity?
It's like CCR, but less political.
Around, people looking half dead, walking on the sidewalk.
Hotter than a match.
But at night it's a different world.
Austin Powers makes me think of that.
If CCR were happy.
All right, what about
Happy birthday to John Fogerty today, by the way.
Saturday in the park? I think it was the 4th of July. People dancing, people laughing.
Say again.
Saturday.
Oh, it's Chicago.
In the park. I think it was the 4th of July.
Saturday in the park.
1976.
72.
72 minus 4.
What about when I'm out walking, I strut my stuff. Yeah, and I'm so strung out.
Oh, that's from the 90s.
Go Scott.
When I'm out walking, I strut my stuff. Yeah, and I'm so strung out.
Okay, I think it's the fun band. They're fun. They play in
Butthole
Spheres.
Surfers. Oh.
Not the Butthole Surfers.
Flaming
I
Lips.
I know. I think this is from 1983, by the way.
Oh, never mind.
You're
The
talking
Violent
Flaming-
Femmes.
Oh, the Violent Femmes.
That's what it
Blister in the
was.
Sun.
Blister in the
That's right.
Sun. That's right.
That was the 80s?
I want to say 1983 for that one. You want? I already got these.
What, did
You
they
wanna-
re-release that or something? Because that definitely, like, hit radio in high
Yeah,
school.
in the 90s.
Maybe it was one of those,
Maybe
like,
it was-
they
it hit late.
redid it.
Maybe just what it kind of fit in with everything else.
What's it called?
Blister in the Sun.
83.
83. All right. This is pop.
I assure you, somebody did it in the 90s.
They may have re-released it. No, it was definitely Violent Femmes.
Yeah, that's the version that was in the 90s.
Maybe it was on like a soundtrack or something, brought it back.
Oh,
I was-
originally released on their 1983 self-titled debut album, and then later released as a promo single in 1997.
Because it probably fit in with what was going on then. The record company's like, oh, this will work.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Let's try again.
And it was in Grosse Point Blank in the movie.
There you go.
All right.
So they
here's
released
a pop one. I was lying on the grass of Sunday morning last week, indulging in my self-defeat.
Say again.
I was lying on the grass of Sunday morning of last week, indulging in my self-defeat.
It sounds like a 90s lyric.
It is a pop song.
So
Indulging
they're not
in
telling the
myself.
truth in the grass.
I hate this song.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
You hate
I hate the
this
video.
song. Can you give us a year?
1999.
Why did you pick it then?
Because
pop
it's a summertime song.
99.
There's tons of them though.
Oh, is it? It can't be lit, right?
No.
Not lit. I meant Lynn.
What?
Lynn?
Yes. Steal My Sunshine?
Steal My Sunshine.
This song rips,
This song
dude.
sucks.
Oh,
That's a great song.
for crybabies.
This song.
Dude, it's so silly
I
and
love
it's so
it.
candy.
The video's great too.
Yeah, dude. They're on
happy
like their
video.
lowrider bikes or something, right?
Yeah, just on the beach in
What
What was that,
California.
1997?
1999. All right.
It was a
Well,
good
we did
time.
okay.
It was a good time.
Fun game.
I hate these guys.
All right. Thank you.
It's all nice and happy like.
Ugh. Gross. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Crap on Celebrities next. It's 7:57. All right, what do you got, Lern?
Vince Gill and Sphere ADHD. Rest in peace, little gun. Good TV that is happening this week, and the best and worst of Tom Cruise.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays, the Porno birthday, all that and more next in your Crap on Celebrities. Stay there. I thought this was funny. A Reddit user from Germany has claimed that labor and delivery nurses at a local birthing center identified this one name as the #1 worst name they'd ever encountered.
Oh, no.
How nice.
Somebody named their kid Richie Rich Putin.
What?
Oh, man. You know what? I hate Vladimir Putin so much. I'm going to name my kid Richie Rich Putin.
Richie Rich Putin.
What is
As
going
the
on?
#1 worst name they'd ever encountered at this birthing center. You know what's funny? In Germany, there are pretty strict regulations on what you can and you can't name your kid, and they're surprised this kind of slipped through. In Germany, they have stricter regulations on baby names to prevent potential bullying, and also some stuff in the past they don't want to kind of talk about.
For sure.
It does sound like an insult. What's that smell? Richie Rich Putin. Pew.
Now, I
Don't
wonder
call me that,
if
Clarence.
you are somebody that works at, like, let's say, like barns in the maternity ward.
Yeah.
And you present the new parents with paperwork, and they put a really dumb name down.
Mm-hmm.
You, as somebody who works there, do you ever say, "Are you sure you want to name your kid this?" I wonder.
No.
Gotta let it go. That's why I couldn't work there.
Let them theory, dude. Mel Robbins. Just no. It's not your. People are good idiots. We're all idiots.
I know, but you're seeing somebody do something. I mean, it's akin to child abuse.
You're seeing somebody do something stupid.
You think it's stupid. Maybe there's a good reason for it.
Well, explain it to me then.
Okay, well, with Richie Rich Putin, maybe they loved the Macaulay Culkin movie from the 90s with Richie Rich, and maybe they are Putin fans. I mean, I think Putin, majority of people think he's an a-hole.
Well,
maybe this person doesn't, and they love his abs on the horse. I don't know.
Go, I mean, is it okay to go, "Are you sure?" Or is that over the line? Is that you overstepping your bounds?
It's the family. Where is the family? This is where family comes in.
Something,
Where's the mother? Like the grandmother?
They got no say.
My in-laws and my mom, and my dad was alive at the time, when we named our son, they weren't in the room when I filled out the paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
But they probably loved his name, right? Like, it's a great name.
It's fine.
My grandma got my name changed.
Boom. Effie? Was it Effie who just passed?
No, I'm just saying, is it out of bounds for somebody who works at a maternity ward to go, "Ooh,
it is.
Are you sure?"
But just because it's out of bounds doesn't mean you can't do it. I learned that from my mother.
Ooh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
What a dumb name.
I don't think, I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's not the person that works at the hospitals. Definitely, as far as people that should say anything, they are way down the list.
Yeah, right.
Family, at least, they're going to have to call this kid Richie Rich Putin for the rest of his life.
Yeah, no, I get it. I know.
Which is
But
awesome.
maybe
Skylar,
we haven't
here.
slept.
Richie
we haven't
Rich
slept in a while because intense labor. I don't know. We're not thinking clearly.
Hey, man.
You're the husband. You're man. I mean, I guess you're not sleeping. The moms, I understand, they're sleep deprived. They just pushed a human out of their vagine. It's fine. It's a lot of work. They probably, and their hormones are going
Hormones are going
You
crazy.
think somebody just woke up from a dream?
What if they're being paid? What if it's a propaganda piece?
Could be.
This is how they're doing it now. This is the new wave of propaganda where a wave of babies are going to be called dictators. Cool.
Seems like this. I feel like this person's parent is a house music Slavic DJ. I'm picturing the parent in my mind this is my kid, Richie Rich Putin. DJ Richie Rich Putin.
Meow, meow, meow.
I don't know. I feel like, you see a kid being abused and you step in. This is abuse. You name your kid something terrible. It's going to be a problem for this kid for a long time.
Yeah, till they can change it.
And let's just nip it in the bud before we file the paperwork. I'm just saying. It's your job as a nurse. It's your, and doctor, you took an oath. You took an oath
Do
to
no
protect
harm.
and do no harm.
This is harming.
Yes, it is. All right, today is May 28th, back in the day, 102 years ago. 1923, the U.S. Attorney General says, yes, it is legal for women to wear trousers anywhere.
Thank
All
God.
right.
Thank you, God. Guys, I don't
we
think
celebrate.
What year?
if I would have had to be wearing a
1923.
hoop skirt and skirts, and I do wear skirts from time to time, but I love pants. And it's just crazy to me that my existence, I wouldn't be able to wear them. And I'm just so grateful for this. Thank you for your service.
1923, the U.S. Attorney General. 102 years ago. Celebrate. 68 years ago, in 1957, National League club owners voted to let the Brooklyn Dodgers move to L.A. and let the New York Giants move to San Francisco. The Mets were founded 5 years later to fill the National League void that was left in New York. 43 years ago, 1982, Rocky III was released. That's the one with Mr. T. 32 years ago, 1993, for some reason, Super Mario Brothers was released. That's with Bob Hoskins as Mario and John Leguizamo as Luigi.
Yeah.
And Dennis Hopper as King Koopa.
It's a great,
Terrible movie.
Oh, terrible.
Yeah.
I read something. It was an interview with John Leguizamo that was recent, and he goes, while we were making this, we knew this was bad.
Wait, what are we talking? Tu Wong Fu?
Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, I was going to say, John Leguizamo better not be talking about Tu Wong Fu.
No, that's a
That's one
classic.
of the best movies of all
I've
time.
never seen that.
Oh, please.
Oh, Patrick Swayze, John
Wesley
Leguizamo.
Snipes.
Where they dress as women.
And
Way
they
ahead
go
of
to
its
this
time.
little town, and one of the ants from Practical Magic is getting beat by her husband, who's a piece of trash. And they have I think it's the cherry or strawberry festival. Oh, I wanted to live in that little town.
27 years ago, 1998, the great Phil Hartman was shot and killed by his lunatic wife, who then killed herself. The lesson there is don't get married. 15 years ago in 2010, the great Gary Coleman dies at the age of 42. 11 years ago, 2014, Maya Angelou dies at 86. And 9 years ago today,
St. Louis' own, right?
Mm-hmm.
9 years ago today in 2016, and I cannot believe this name was mentioned today. Harambe. Whoa. The gorilla
Oh,
Synchronicity, dude.
from the Cincinnati Zoo
Never forget.
is shot after dragging a 3-year-old boy who had slipped into its enclosure.
Hashtag believe.
To safety. Dragging a 3-year-old boy to safety.
No.
It makes me sad.
Harambe?
Yes, you see.
Was he going to kill the boy?
I mean,
he was pulling him pretty hard. It
Oh, he
was a little sketchy.
people were very upset about
I didn't
that.
watch it. I can't
very
be
strong.
watching.
R.I.P. Harambe.
Yeah, hurts
9
me.
years ago today, and that's what happened back in the day. Moon's got the video.
Yeah.
I mean, Harambe, that's a big-ass gorilla.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
How old's this
But
kid?
they
3?
had 3-year-old.
That's a giant kid for 3.
Was he 3?
Harambe was doing
You said 3.
squats.
He was holding his hand.
Yeah, but one, swipe, and that kid is done. One, yeah. Okay, they had to shoot it. You see the way that kid
Yeah, he
kid was
he
dragged?
Did drag him pretty gnarly.
Man.
Across the water.
Wonder what that little boy's doing now. Like, what year was that? 9 years ago, you said?
9 years ago, so he's 12, if my math is correct.
Somebody get
wonder what's-
60 minutes on this. Like,
What
I
is he
want to
up
know
to?
what's
I
up
want
with
to
that
see that
little boy.
update too.
Let's see.
Is he afraid of gorillas?
What was his name? Richie Rich Putin?
Yeah.
All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crowd on celebrities.
And we start with this. Let's go to Vegas, where the Eagles were playing at the Sphere. Moon's been to the Sphere, right? You're the only one on the show that's been so far. Rafe,
Yeah,
you haven't been yet?
I talked to somebody on Saturday who went to the Sphere. They said they went out, bought a ticket, went out and saw you two at the Sphere because of what I talked about. And
That's
they said,
great.
They said, dude, I would watch anybody at the Sphere because it was.
But there
that
wasn't
freaking
Kenny
cool.
Chesney there, right?
I'm sorry.
Kenny Chesney's at the Sphere.
Oh, I
right?
don't know. I know Grateful Dead was there for a while, and I would have loved to have seen that.
I
and
think
don't
Kenny Chesney is the
care about
last
Is
person.
the next residency. Well, the Eagles were just there. And so Vince Gill has been making his way across different podcasts. And he sat down to talk about how the one challenge for him was being ignored on stage and also kind of losing himself in the visuals. So here he is
Well,
talking.
there's the Eagles visuals up on the screen.
I'm not turning around. Is it Dolly Parton with no makeup? I
Get out of here,
refuse
dude. I ain't got that
to
kind of
turn
time.
around.
Dolly Parton without makeup. Got her.
I only saw a little bit.
Got her.
Oh! Listen to me.
Contain
Learn
myself over here. I
refuses to
blew
see
that
Dolly
for
Parton
us.
without makeup
I
on.
blew that for
I didn't
us.
see the whole face.
Sure.
I saw enough.
Sure.
I saw her on the left with makeup.
All right,
Oh
here's,
my
here's,
God.
Here's the Eagle thing.
Okay,
Dolly
listen.
Parton.
Okay, just let me do this.
Here's
Okay.
what Harambe is doing now.
Better do the
Vince
Eagles.
Gill is talking to Chris Shiflett on Shred with Shifty, guitarist for the Foo Fighters, admitting about how the Eagles' visuals at the Sphere were pretty distracting despite all of the people being amazed the whole time.
Poor guy.
I try to ignore it. I try not to watch any of the content. It's pretty distracting. It makes me get a little bit wobbly. Things are moving and tilting, and it's pretty neat. I'll find myself, if I start watching it, forgetting to come back in and sing and this and that and get distracted. And Joe always says every night, he says, I look back and I never knew how big my nose was.
Talk about Joe Walsh.
I think Garth actually said, he would never want to do the Sphere. He's like, because
It's just too much.
he's like, nobody's looking at you. He's like, nobody's looking at the.
Yeah, but it's part of the whole
They're not
thing.
experiencing the show. They're experiencing the movie. And I don't
Right.
remember if that's what he said exactly, but it was something along those lines. And I was
that's-
like, whoa, that makes sense, actually.
That's what Vince Gill said. He goes, I jokingly tell people it's the most I've ever been ignored by at a gig. So there you go. Yesterday, real rock emergency happened.
Sorry, real
Yeah.
quick. But when I heard that and started thinking about it and letting it soak in, it's a different kind of performance. You're basically creating a soundtrack to something else. And if you look at it like that, if you don't look at it as like, here's another one of your stadium shows.
Yeah.
And you look at it like, hey, you're scoring something visual.
Or it's all-encompassing.
I would think that would be a really cool challenge and a really cool thing to do.
That's a good point.
Because I played a million shows. I've written a lot of songs. One of the things I want to do is score a movie. And I feel like this, you kind of attack it like, oh, this is a live show where I'm scoring visuals with my music.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a lot of fun.
It is. I mean, when you put it that way, it is a different experience for the performer, for sure. But it's interesting to get his perspective because we've only heard how amazing the visuals are. And this is kind of the first real criticism of it as a show as a whole, that people are saying like, oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, from the performer's perspective, it is a little bit.
I wouldn't even call it a criticism. I would just say it's a observation.
Observation.
As somebody's playing.
But I think they're just not, it's because they're thinking of it in a one-dimensional, this is my show.
Right.
And now nobody's watching me.
Yesterday, I found out Rick Derringer passed away. He died Monday night at the age of 77 at an intensive care unit.
How prolific was this guy?
This is the guy that invented the tiny gun?
He's a tiny gun himself. He's only 5'4", and so his last name was Zeringer, and so the nickname Derringer came because of his small size. But yeah, his career is incredible.
I mean, my God.
In the McCoys with his brother, he worked with the Edgar Winter group, with Frankenstein and Free Ride, which are two of the most prolific songs for Edgar Winter. He went on.
He was in Ringo Starr's band for a long time.
Yes, he worked with Weird Al doing "Eat It."
He did the solo on "Eat It." That's Rick Derringer.
Yeah.
Did the solo on the song "Eat It."
Like the first
with Edgar Winter.
Was it the first 6 albums, something like that?
Well, I mean, listen, this is his most famous of the solo songs. Even more than this song. Rick Derringer is responsible for this. Not this. Okay, not that. Where's the other one?
The Real American?
The Hulk Hogan theme song.
Oh.
Hulk Hogan's theme, Real American.
American.
Well, here,
Was
riff
it
on
Rick
that.
Derringer tune?
That's Rick
It was.
Derringer.
Wow.
Why did the Eye of the Tiger play? That's weird.
That is strange.
Anyway,
The Real American. I can get it for you if you want to riff for a
it's
second.
fine. The moment has passed.
It's fine. Well, it was sad because yesterday, I'm doing my Casey show and I start seeing people tagging me that Rick Derringer's dead, and I couldn't find like an actual press release or anything from it. And then, come to find out that he had some sort of complication, had a medical episode, and then he just died peacefully in his sleep. So he was 77 years old. He luckily was surrounded by his wife and one of his close friends. But yeah, he worked with a lot of people, and I got to meet him a couple of times. Very sweet man. So R.I.P. to Rick Derringer.
You have it?
Yeah, I'm playing it. It's right up here.
Cool. Thanks.
Oh, it's Dolly Parton without makeup.
But I am playing it for real.
That's not really her. Hulk Hogan just pinned Andre the Giant.
It's Kenny Loggins' life.
Actually, pretty good ethics in this song. You hurt my friends, you hurt my pride. I'm not going to let it slide. He's a real American.
This is what it's about. Being American. Thank you, Rick Derringer.
Thank you. R.I.P.
By the way, that's on 1985's The Wrestling album.
Oh, very good.
Mm-hmm.
You Teddy Swims fans in here?
Big time.
Me too.
Big Teddy Swimhead here.
And he has set a new record, 92 weeks on the Hot 100. This song has outlasted the follow-up singles that were released obviously afterwards. Bad Dreams in the Door. This song is so excellent, and I just wanted a reason to hear it. So here's Lose Control by Teddy Swims.
This song
Don't
is-
you know I lose control when you're not next to me?
So good.
I'm falling apart right in front.
All right.
Can't you see?
He was at the factory last time. That's probably going to be the last time we see Teddy
Sucks.
Swims
I hate when that happens.
in a smaller space.
Blew it. You guys blew
We
it.
did
I hate
blow
when
it.
I did that with the Avett brothers, and I've regretted it my whole
Should've seen
freaking
'em
life.
there.
Yep.
Like they
And
were
now
at the
it's-
pageant, and I didn't go, and then they blew up
On the
and they did
arenas.
stadiums.
And he's worth the hype. I mean, Teddy Swims is soulful and sweet, and
You seen the videos online where the guy was playing his song on a piano in New Orleans, and he just like
No.
walked up and started singing with them.
Punched him in the face and broke the piano.
oh my God, I love that
It's like the look of Post Malone and the
Brought
sound
it
of
down.
Sam Smith.
for sure. Boom.
Dude's got pipes, man. He can sing. And The Door's an awesome song too. Like
It is.
yeah.
Which was also
he's
on the
great,
charts
man.
for a long time. The Door peaked at number 24, but Lose Control is like his signature song, and it's still 92 weeks on the Hot 100.
Killing it.
The Handmaid's Tale is in the can after 6 seasons, but a sequel series called The Testaments is in the work, and we might actually see Elizabeth Moss, who is in Handmaid's Tale, on it. She says, quote, June's story isn't over. Obviously, I don't know, but she says, whatever happens next, I hope that I can continue to play that character. I would love that. And some big TV shows that hit streaming this week. Adults is poised to be the new Friends of the 2020s. It's an ensemble comedy about 5 20-somethings living together. Airs on FX tonight. Episodes will also be on Hulu. Season 3 of And Just Like That premieres on Thursday. Even though it's been 2 years since season 2, this will pick up just 5 weeks after where season 2 left off. John Corbett's back as Aiden. Sarah Jessica Parker obviously is Carrie. And Kristen Davis, Cynthia Nixon will all be back. Samantha will probably not be back.
And by the way, somebody's saying, we got to get Rafe a cough button. His microphone is off.
Right.
That cough.
It's legit.
man's
I'm
cough.
turning away.
That cough is from
The depths of
bowels
hell. It is. It is.
so deep.
I'm not blaming Liv, but
Oh, yeah, that's right. Liv
she was sick at Point Fest, and
why'd you make out with her?
well, I did not. She's married.
I didn't.
Prove it.
I did
I did not. Liv, I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
A stunt performer from Horizon 2 is suing Kevin Costner, alleging that she was forced to perform an unscripted rape scene without prior protocols. And I was thinking about this. I didn't realize that. I mean, it makes sense, but I'm not an actor, so I haven't ever thought about this. The requirement that SAG-AFTRA, you need to have 48 hours notice and consent for any scenes involving nudity or simulated sex. So consent 48 hours before. So people in the scenes need to know ahead of time, like, hey, in 2 days, you're going to be mounting
Right.
Kevin Costner in the buff or whatever the scene is. And so this woman, her name is Devin Labella. She's a lead stunt double for Ella Hunt, who played the role of Juliet in the Horizon films. And according to her lawsuit, Costner, the director, improvised a scene in which Hunt's character would be raped. And says, quote, on that day, I was left exposed, unprotected, and deeply portrayed by a system that promised safety and professionalism. And she said, what happened to me shattered my trust forever, changed how I am moving through this industry. Kevin Costner denied the allegations through his attorney, stating that his client always wants to make sure that everyone is comfortable working on his films and takes safety on a set very seriously. So interesting lawsuit there.
Parker on the instant feedback says Teddy Swims could sing the panties off a nun.
Yeah,
He
that's
could.
true fact right there.
Yeah, if they wore them.
Whoa!
Yeah. All right.
And speaking of nuns on panties or panties on nuns, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning just came out. Kind of didn't make as much money this weekend as we thought it would. $79 million at the U.S. box office over the holiday weekend. So let's go back and look at Tom Cruise's 10 best and 10 worst films, because there is a list that Business
Best.
Insider has put
Okay,
out.
this is in order.
There's 2 lists.
Okay, so best and worst.
Like, what do you think would be on the top 3 for the best Tom Cruise
Best Tom
films?
Cruise movies. We've got
Top Gun.
Not on this list.
Rain Man.
Rain Man is number 6.
Jeremy Maguire.
as the best.
Few Good Men.
Jerry Maguire is number 5. on the
Collateral.
best. Few Good Men, number 4.
Oof.
Collateral.
Edge of Tomorrow. Probably not on the list,
that's
but
good,
it is
that
a
movie. That's a
freaking
very good one.
great movie.
Edge of Tomorrow is number 7 on the best
Yeah,
list.
baby.
I didn't like those Jack Reacher movies. I thought those were bad.
Jack Reacher is bad, according to this list. Jack Reacher Never Go Back is number 3. Jack Reacher, the original, is number 7.
You know, he was in a he like super controlled, directed, produced all this kind of stuff shoot, what was it? No, it was a reboot of the Mummy franchise, and it was
terrible. It killed
The Mummy,
Yeah,
yes,
that
2017, number 4. I didn't realize he
somebody
was in
say-
that.
Are we doing bad or good?
And that's
Are we just-
bad.
that was bad. Yeah, I'm saying that's the bad.
Risky Business.
Risky Business is number 10 on the best.
The Outsiders.
The Outsiders, not on this list.
What'd you say,
Oblivion.
I like that movie.
Oblivion.
Yeah, that was good.
It was
Oblivion.
in the middle, but I
Or
loved
Number
it.
8 on the worst list.
Oh,
How about American Made?
It was the soundtrack that made that.
American,
American Made. That's where it's a
That's
pilot. That's a
awesome.
good movie.
Yeah.
That's not on this list.
That's a very good.
Either of them.
What about Top Gun 2: Electric Boogaloo?
Top Gun 2, Electric Boogaloo, not on the list.
What's the
Cocktail.
What's the one with his
no.
messed up face?
This is
Vanilla
Tropic
Sky.
Thunder.
Tropic Thunder. Yes, show me Tropic Thunder.
Number
Tropic
1.
Thunder, not on the list.
What? That's
What's the one where he's in the accident? Or
Vanilla Sky.
Vanilla Sky.
Vanilla
Oh,
Sky.
that's a great one.
It's Cameron Crowe.
Also not on this
That was a
list.
great movie, man.
Yeah.
was
I
that
liked
with
that one.
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz. That's right.
Isn't he in the one where John C. Reilly is the ambulance or the
Oh, Magnolia.
the cop? Yeah, he's John C.
Magnolia.
Reilly's a cop.
Yeah.
Number 3 on the best.
Yeah,
Did we
that
get the
movie's-
best one yet?
No.
movie's good.
You need the 2 top
Paul
best
Thomas
and the 2 top
Anderson.
worst.
Days of Thunder.
Days of Thunder, no.
Please,
Eyes Wide
please
Shut.
don't make the worst.
Eyes
yeah.
Wide
Eyes
Shut,
Wide.
Eyes
no.
Wide Shut is great.
Which is great, also, but also
I
terrible.
gotta rewatch that.
Sure, I thought that could make both lists.
Yeah.
I didn't like it when I saw it at first.
Born on the 4th of July. Where is
Oh,
that?
that's a good one too.
What's the one
Born
where
on the
he's,
4th of July is the number 1 best movie
That is
with
a
Tom
good movie.
Cruise from
Interesting.
1989.
What's the one with Nicole Kidman where they were like?
That's Eyes
watch
Wide
it.
Shut.
Farm.
No,
Far
they
and
had
Away.
another one where they were homesteaders.
Far and Away.
Far and Away.
Far and Away is number 10 on the worst.
Oh boy.
That's the Australian one, though, right?
Hey, wait a second. He was in a ripoff of Rockstar.
Rock of Ages.
Rock of Ages.
That is number 1 on the worst list. That was a musical based on all those 80s.
I saw the
that's
musical.
what
I
it
thought the
was.
musical was great.
Minority
That's what it
Report.
was. Oh, I love
That's a
that
great
one.
movie.
That's a great movie. That's got to be
Is that
number 3.
Spielberg, right?
Minority Report is not on these lists.
Oh,
Holy smokes.
What's the remake of the other big sci-fi?
War of the Worlds.
War of the World.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I watched
I
that
didn't
again.
love that one.
It did not. It
didn't hold
was
up?
not
I thought
great.
that'd be on the bad list, possibly.
I'll give you the rest.
Okay.
Collateral.
So as far as the worst
Collateral. That's a good
movies,
Just give us a year.
okay, 2007.
Oh, you
That
know,
didn't
great.
help.
You want to know an underrated Tom Cruise movie, and I'm going to be pissed if it's on the bad list.
Okay.
The Last Samurai.
I like
Not
The
on
Last
the list.
Samurai. Too many mind. Too many mind.
All right, why don't you just give it to
I'll
us?
give it to you. So I'm going to actually go down top 10. So 10 worst. Number 10, Far and Away. 9, Lions for Lambs. 8, Oblivion.
Never heard of that.
7, Jack Reacher. 6, Mission Impossible 2. 5, Losing It from 1983.
Losing it.
Never heard of
Wow.
that.
Number 4, The Mummy. Number 3, Jack Reacher, Never Go Back. Number 2, Endless Love. And then number 1, worst Tom Cruise movie is Rock of Ages. But Tom Cruise best movies. Number 10, Risky Business. Mission Impossible. Interview with a Vampire. Number 7, Edge of Tomorrow.
Interview with a Vampire.
That's a
Number
huge
6,
Cruzy
Rain
and
Man.
Pitts.
Number 5, Jerry Maguire. Number 4, A Few Good Men. Number 3, Magnolia. Number 2 that you didn't get, The Color of Money. And
I've never
the
seen that.
Number 1 Tom Cruise movie is Born on the 4th of July.
Color of Money. Is that
Sequel
Green.
to The
where he plays
Hustler.
pool?
Yeah. Sequel to The Hustler with Paul Newman.
That's
Really?
right.
Where he plays pool. I thought that was Risky Business.
No.
No, Risky Business is where he was a kid.
It's Vince in
He
The
gets a
Hustler.
prostitute.
Oh, there's
Rebecca De Mornay.
There's like 3 that I mix up.
Paul Newman plays a character in The Hustler with Jackie Gleason years ago, and then that character comes back and is now mentoring Tom Cruise's character in Color of Money, and it is a very good movie.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Michael Oher, the offensive tackle whose life inspired The Blind Side, is 39. Colby Kaye is 40. Carrie.
Who is Colby Kaye?
Oh, dude.
He's Yippie's brother.
The Try and
Yes.
Bubbly
Scott.
singer.
You're good for the day.
All right,
Get
thank
out.
you.
Head out, bro.
I'm going to hit the old dusty trail. Get out.
All right.
Yeah, singer. You know the songs. Carrie Mulligan is
I don't.
40.
You know the songs.
Well, you do, though. That's Daisy in The Great Gatsby. Also married to Marcus Mumford from Mumford & Sons. Carrie is 40. Alexa Davalos. That is Julia Crane, the star of The Man in the High Castle. I liked that. She was 40. She's 43. Jesse Bradford, Bring It On, Swim Fan, and Flags of Our Fathers is 46. Jake Johnson, Nick on The New Girl, is 47. Kylie Minogue is 57. Krista Miller, Jordan on Scrubs, also in Cougar Town, The Drew Carey Show, a bunch of other stuff, is 61. Roland Gift, the fine young cannibal singer, is 64. Kirk Gibson, 1988, he won baseball's MVP award as a member of the Dodgers. Also made it to the World Series, where he hit one of the most memorable home runs in baseball history. He's 68 today. John Fogerty from CCR is 80, and Gladys Knight, the Pips' backup singer, is 81 years old today.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Misty Mendez. And today's birthday girl's been in 192 fine films, including 10 Things I Love About MILFs. She was in As Fest 5, The Bang Van 1, Beverly Hills 90210. Ho. Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap 1, 2, and 4. Dude, You Banged My Wife. Indiscreet Feet 5, Your Mama's a Freak 1, and Who Could Forget a Roll? In 2003's Pull My Hair and Call Me Stupid. Misty Mendez is 50 years old. The big 5-0 today. Happy birthday, Misty. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. Scott, get Chris Kerber on the phone.
Okay.
If you could, we'll chat with him real quick next. Ladies and gentlemen, the birthday boy, Chris Kerber. Chris, first off, happy birthday, buddy.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. How's everybody today?
Oh, so far, so good. So your birthday coincides with National Hamburger Day. That's right.
Nice.
So not only is it National Hamburger Day, it's also Chris Kerber's birthday. Chris, best hamburger in the St. Louis area, go.
See, I got an old favorite that closed down. It used to be the Fatted Calf, and I haven't found a match since.
Me too, brother. Me too, with that pub cheese and the ice cream scoop on top of it. God dang.
1,000%. I was actually talking about this to somebody just the other day. I'm like, where do you find like the best burger? And so far, I haven't found anything that makes me as happy as the Fatted Calf used to right there in Clayton.
Yeah. Me too.
I don't think I've ever been there.
No,
and it's closed.
It closed
now.
years ago.
What happened? What happened?
I don't know, but I've been talking about this forever, man. I'm glad.
I think it was like a rent thing or something like that. Like it's right where that Potbelly's is next to Napoli.
Yeah, I know exactly where that is, but yeah, the Fatted Calf. I heard of it. Legend. I heard the legend of it.
Yeah, I went to take somebody there. I didn't know it closed, and I showed up and I went, I swear it's around here. It was gone.
You walked in. It kind of had like an old English lodge or pub type feel to it, and it just because everything was flame broiled, so the whole thing just smelled perfect. And you walked in there, and they would literally take the burger right off the flame, put it on the bun, scoop the pub cheese if you want it. You had the pickle onion bar over to the side. To me, it was an awesome spot.
I don't like pickle onion bars. I like them to put it on the side.
No,
I don't trust people with tongs.
It was a perfect burger. It was a perfect burger.
Listen. That's how we get immune systems, Riz. It's okay.
Well, where were we at? We're at the Battlehawks game, and it was there was a High Point, and so you get the actual burger, and there's the Fixins bar. I go, you got to be kidding me with this. You got to be kidding. You're trusting the public. You're trusting the public at a football game. Get out of here.
How are you with one like a steak joint that brings out a platter of steaks to show you the different cuts? And you're like, okay, am I getting the one you've just been walking around the restaurant with, or am I getting one from the back?
I want him to bring the cow out. Whoa! I want to go to a place where they walk the cow out.
Oh man! I'm stealing a cow.
we had some bacon over the weekend, right? Had some bacon and some French toast on Monday morning for breakfast, and then some. A neighbor the night before had made some terrific ribs, and I'm sitting there going, man, I really want to shake the hand of the first person that thought, I wonder what that pig tastes like.
Yeah.
Because holy smokes, do we owe that guy something?
I always wonder how we discover that things taste good. It's got to be one guy that went, you know what, I want to put that in my mouth.
Yeah, so some person had to go, yeah. Well, whoever decided to eat a beet, they can kiss my butt. But aside from that, I'm okay with pretty much what else we've discovered.
Well, I'm sure many people died doing that as well.
There had to be in every family or clan or tribe or something like that, like the one
cave.
Yeah, the one guy that's just like, this guy's kind of an idiot. You are now our food infantryman.
Yeah.
And we're going to put you on the front line of trying whatever we come across next,
Mm-hmm.
plant, animal, seed, whatever it is. Like,
Yeah, it's roll the dice. Maybe it'll kill you. Maybe it's going to taste great. We're not sure.
Jerry, taste this.
Well, okay. Well, see, this topic led to somebody asking, when I said I'd like to thank the person that decided to eat a pig, somebody looked up and said, who decided that it should be the milk from a cow that we drink rather than the milk from other animals?
Well, I was at a Asian grocery store, and they're now selling camel milk.
Yeah, it's okay. We want to throw up too. It's
Camel milk.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, did you buy it to try it?
No, it was like $20 a pint.
Yeah, but that's okay. Take that home and just see if the kids will drink it.
Maybe it's
I feel like it's too thick or something.
Maybe
I
it's
don't
expensive because it's great.
like camel milk.
Hey, think about this, too.
Where'd it come from? Joe Camel?
Not only
Tastes
was
like
there
cigarettes.
the Mike or the Chris that had to like try something first. After he died, they went, okay, well, let's try to cook it first.
Yeah.
And then the next guy has to try it after it already killed
Maybe
somebody.
this is better cooked over fire.
Yeah, maybe it's fine in small quantities, or
We need to invent fire
or cooked, or maybe the seed is fine, but not the fruit, or other way around. Somebody had to be number 2 and 3 for trying all these things.
Well, okay, imagine how people drank the milk before Louis Pasteur created the pasteurization process.
That's right. A lot of sick people.
With risk.
Yeah, a lot of, by the way, people checking in with their favorite burger places. The Tavern's got a great burger. Annie Gunn's has a spectacular burger. Max Local Eats, that's a good burger, too.
Where's that?
I think that is the one by the Science Center. Outer Road of 40.
Yeah.
It
I don't
is.
think I've ever been.
Yeah, that part.
Oh, listen, there's a lot of great places to get burgers. I think O'Connell's Pub always had a good one, right? Right down there at Kings Highway, kind of near the Botanical Gardens.
Got a good one.
Yeah, but Mike Duffy's, right, just hit that list at number 1.
Oh, yeah, Mike Duffy's hit number 1.
Which is very surprising.
Mike Duffy's just hit number 1, huh?
Yeah, so Food and Wine, I think it was Food and Wine magazine picked like the best burgers in every state, and Mike Duffy's wound up being number 1 in Missouri. I'd never been there, but
Oh, yeah, we got one near the house. My daughter loves going there, so we go there, but I haven't dug into the burger side yet.
Well, what are we doing for dinner tonight? We doing a birthday dinner, Chris?
Well, okay, so I've got, let's see, one daughter in school. It's my wife's last day of teaching. They got 6th grade graduation they got to go to. One daughter will be finishing up her day. She's doing an internship with Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and then another one's working up at Circle 7. So I think the plan right now is like a 8:30 dinner or something like that up at Circle 7, so when Gabby gets done with work, she can join us.
8:30. I'm in bed.
Yeah, well, that's just life. That's life with kids that are growing up, right?
I know. My son just turned 16 yesterday. We were talking earlier. He passed his driving test, and I saw him for about an hour and a half yesterday, and he's like, "All right, Dad, I'll see you."
Hey, it's a whole new worry now. Like you're like, this is awesome. They can drive their brother, sister around. They can take themselves to practice, but it's a whole new worry every time they leave the house.
I know. All right, let's talk hockey real quick. Okay, so the season's over, obviously. What should the off season look like for the Blues over the next couple months? So you got free agency that opens up on July 1st, right?
Well, you got the draft before that.
Right.
So okay, so you still have you could have a rematch. It's looking very likely with each series at 3-1 that you'll have a rematch in the Stanley Cup final of Florida and Edmonton. How about that? How about the fact that Edmonton is one win away from the Stanley Cup final, and how up in arms they were when the Blues signed Broberg and Holloway from them, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
they're doing all right.
The difference, yeah. You know what? The thing of it is, and this is what people have to realize: the Edmonton Oilers realize and know that they are in this championship window, where, as we saw with the Blues, it can open up and it can close real quick, and you got to strike when the iron's hot. The Blues did, the Capitals did, right? Winning 2 in a row like Florida could do here is extraordinarily difficult, but so it's just an interesting thing now to look a year back when the Blues started the season with Broberg and Holloway and how just distraught Edmonton people were, now where the Oilers are. But I bring that up because you still got the Stanley Cup final.
Mm-hmm.
Then Then after that, we'll have coming up right here at the end of June, so about a month away, you've got the draft. And then following the draft, you'll have free agency. Now, in the middle of that, right after the draft, right around July 1st, the Blues always have that prospect camp. So they bring in their draft picks. They bring in some of the young kids that may not have been here before. They have those open practices at the Centene Community Ice Center for the fans to go out and see that. And they do media training and stuff with the young players, things like that. So that's kind of the next step. And, you know, that the July 1st is an interesting date here. That's when players typically, a couple of things. One, like that's when no trade clauses kick in, or things like no trade clauses get modified. So, you know, for example, you've had this Blues defensive group, this whole group that's had some full no trade clauses. And now about all of them, for example, are it might be modified, meaning they've got like they could submit a list of, you know, it's different for each player, but typically it's like you could submit a list of 10 or 15 teams that you cannot be traded to, or say in the case of Cam Fowler, before the Blues acquired him, it was 4 teams he could be traded to, things like that. But that opens some flexibility for the Blues this year to make some roster adjustments, kind of without permission of the players that they haven't had over the last couple of years. So I think it's going to be an intriguing start to free agency.
You think Armstrong's going to shore up the defense? I'm hearing this guy from the Islanders, this Noah Dobson guy, is being talked about coming over.
Oh, okay. So I haven't seen that rumor. That'd be a hell of a rumor there. That'd be a heck of a pickup if you can grab him. Now, the New York Islanders just hired a new general manager in Matthew Darsh, who was the assistant general manager of the Tampa Bay Lightning. I cannot imagine for the life of me why they would consider trading Noah Dobson. But if they would, get in on that sweepstakes. So what do I think Doug Armstrong's going to do? The one thing we know from Doug, and you got to look at it, and it's not just recent history. I mean, the guy's been the general manager for the Blues since 2010, right? 15 years. So I think you've got a really good book on how he likes to operate. If he's going to stay the course and just stay patient enough, I think there's some tweaks he can move. I don't know that I look for a massive splash, right, in terms of a free agent signing. But there are guys out there that you can improve, say, the bottom 6, some of the toughness of the team. I still think that all in all, a little more grit, top to bottom in this lineup is not a bad thing. What do they do with that second-line center position? And I think for them to really become into that championship winner. And by the way, and I will say this, I think the St. Louis Blues, with just a move or two, can move themselves into Stanley Cup competition again next year. I really do believe
this is Doug Armstrong's final summer season.
Yeah, it will be. Well, yes. So he'll be, after this, he'll be moving into that president of hockey operations position, and after this next season, Alexander Steen takes over. Right.
So, all right. Well, we'll keep our eye out on moves to be made. And Chris, I hope you enjoy your birthday today. I hope it's the best birthday ever. I'm
going to make sure that it's a good day.
Go get yourself a hamburger for lunch.
A ham curber. There's a ham curber.
Yeah, I'll take. You know what? I'll go find a good hamburger today. I think that's a great idea.
You deserve it, Chris. Thanks for checking in. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys. Have an awesome one. Cheers, everybody.
There he is, the great Chris Kerber, everybody, the birthday boy.
It's National Ham Curber Day.
Ham Kerber. Hey, is Chef Liz here?
I have not received the Heyo.
Chef Liz and her son Ben.
She's going to be here any minute.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll talk to Chef Liz next. She got a Tenacious Eats event coming up, and her son has got this adult summer camp thing.
Yeah, about the Appalachian Trail.
Appalachian Trail. We got questions.
Somebody's asking if the fattened calf on Jefferson is the same place, and no, I do not think it's the same place.
All right, welcome back to the program. Joining us in studio, we have Chef Liz, and we have her son Ben, who's in studio as well. And you both got things going on. Well, Chef Liz, you always got stuff going on.
I always have stuff going on. I must love it.
And you got
that's what I keep telling myself. I must love this.
You know, Chef Liz from the Tenacious Eats series, and you have a Friday the 13th Tenacious Eats coming up.
And
it's
going to be on Friday the 13th.
That's right.
Spooky.
And I love doing the and thing.
And
it's our 13th anniversary.
That's wild.
Whoa.
13th anniversary. That's wild.
I love that you've been doing this for 13 years.
I
mean,
know.
It's flown by.
It's gone so fast, but then I look back and I'm like, oh my gosh, we did that? We're nuts. Why did we do that?
What was the first one? What was the first Tenacious Eats? And by the way, if you don't know, it's a movie, and you put a menu together to fit with the movie.
And sometimes it's literal. Sometimes it's exactly what you see on the screen. And sometimes I really have to pull it from the music, from the character, from the setting, from something they said. Our very first Tenacious Eats, I wasn't even calling it Tenacious Eats when I was the executive chef of the Scottish Arms. Allie let me do one. We were doing like a special dining experience the first Monday of every month. And I was doing beer and whiskey and scotch and all kinds of fun stuff. And I'm like, I have been watching a movie called Eat, Drink, Man, Woman.
Okay.
Have you seen
No.
this?
Drink, Man.
You haven't seen Eat, Drink, Man, Woman?
No.
What year did that come out?
Oh, I knew you were going to do that to me.
Like what era? Like, is it 80s or what?
I think it's late 90s, I think. Don't quote me on that. But
Is it cool? Like, is it a good movie?
Oh, it's food porn.
Ooh.
But it's a really good story.
Because
It's
Rafe only watches
yeah.
pornography.
That's true.
Those are the only movies he watches.
Now he can watch
So
it.
got him.
So food and porn. But I was watching this film, and he's a Chinese chef, and he's got 3 daughters he's trying to offload so he can have his own love life and his own life again. He's a widower. Anyway, so he makes all this amazing food, and I'm watching him like, I need the food. So I paused the film. I went out and got Chinese, and it wasn't the best takeout. And I'm eating it going, this doesn't do it. I need to eat what he's making. And so I talked to Allie. I'm like, can I do this weird thing where I cook what's in the movie? He's like, whatever, love. He didn't care. Right. He's like, do whatever you want. Well, we did a film called Short Order. That's another food porn, Rafe, film you should see.
Go on.
And there's a scene where the chef flames up her pan, and myself and my sous chef did that right next to the screen. We did it in the dining room at the Arms, and I heard this gasp in the room.
Like an ooh, a ooh.
Yeah.
Ah.
And then I saw there were some really cool people who were there, other restaurateurs, food writers, and I watched them pick up their plates in the dark and lick them.
Huh.
Whoa.
And I'm very I'll stand by my plates. I think, I know what I'm doing, but I think it was because it was visceral and it was dark and it was, just everything coming together. So I think that's why they were licking them. And I'm like, this is pretty
Savages.
cool.
Why?
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
I love I love a dessert that comes to the table on fire. I'll just be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
Any excuse I have to set something on fire, I am a pyro. I think most chefs are.
What do you think the most accurate movie is when it comes to being in the restaurant business? Is it the movie Chef?
Yes. Well, I would say Chef, except for his marriage gets back together.
Right. Okay. All right.
Not accurate. I would say when he hands his son his knife and says, "This is your chef knife," I'll start crying.
Aw.
I do every time I see that. He's like, "You're responsible for this. Don't let anyone touch this. This is your tool." That resonates. That hits home. I think that's very realistic.
And that's Jon Favreau's movie.
Oh, yeah.
Who, by the way, has a cooking show on his own on Netflix, which is great.
He's such an interesting guy.
He is so cool. And the other thing that I loved is when we did that film, I bring in a lot of chef buddies, like I'll call it our culinary conclave. I brought in Will Pelly, and because I couldn't think of who else is going to make a good Cubano. I got to call in, Chef Will. So Will came in and he did that course, and then he plated up all the courses with us. But that made that film even more special to cook along with my buddy and enjoy that. Hi, Will. I just saw him yesterday. Was it yesterday? I'm losing track of
Chef
days.
Will just pops up places.
He does. He just appears.
He just appears places.
Well, he did The Jerk with us 2 years ago, and it was on his birthday, and I thought it was really funny. He did pizza in a cup for us, but I served him his birthday meal, and I did the crummy white guy meal I gave him the Twinkies with the little sandwich with the crust cut off and a candle and a tab. Do you know how hard I had to look for Tab soda for Will?
I bet.
Yeah.
Where did you end up finding it? Online?
I think I found it at a Deerberg's way out in West County.
Dang.
So
Yeah, you broke into a one that was closed and just abandoned. That's what you
Right
had to do. So you got Friday the 13th. On Friday the 13th at Work and Leisure, all the details, just hit up your Facebook page. All the links and everything's on there.
yes, or you could go to workandleisurestl.com, and then a week later, we're going to totally girl it up. We're going to glamp it up. We're showing Troop Beverly Hills.
The best.
The Shelley Long vehicle.
Oh, and
Yes.
Jenny Lewis is
Yes.
in it. Little baby Jenny Lewis.
Yes.
I grew up on that movie and love it very much.
Is that the movie she left Cheers to be like a movie star? Like she left Cheers because she wanted to be in the movies, I believe, and that was one of the first
Is that
ones
it?
she did.
Well, and the husband was Coach. He plays
Craig T. Nelson?
Yes, he's in
Yes.
it. All those
Yes.
80s stars are in there.
We're bringing in some hairstylists to do like clip-in, I call it the Honora glitter things.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we even have someone coming in to do Botox. So
This
That's
is glam.
amazing.
This
Nice.
is
Get your
super
face
glam.
tightened up. Get
Yeah.
your face tightened up. Have a great meal.
Obviously, I don't do Botox. People are like, "Do you?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me? Look at my face." But we're gonna have some big fun with that. And you know who else is in that film?
Who?
It's a little bitty Tori Spelling.
Huh.
Yeah.
I know.
Probably your dad got her in it, huh?
Yeah, Aaron Spelling probably did.
little
I think
nepotism.
a little
Dad
nepo
got
baby.
her.
Yeah.
That's a great movie for anybody who
I haven't
hasn't
seen
seen it
that
in a
in
while.
years.
Oh, it's so good.
It's very it's a time capsule too, because I was watching it going, oh wow, this is really dated.
Yeah.
This is fun. I'm gonna make fun of it. I'm just warning people. It's gonna be 3 courses. We do abbreviated summer films instead of the full 5. We'll do just 3. So
And I want to talk to your son here, Ben, who's waiting in the wings, who's to my right over here. Ben, you hiked the Appalachian Trail, and you're doing this adult indoor summer camp at Work and Leisure. I think it's 2 days, so the 12th and the 26th, if I'm not mistaken.
he's doing the 26th. I'm doing the food the whole time. We start on the 11th, and then it goes for 3 weeks. But Benny's doing his own pop-up night on June 26th. And we're calling it, what are we calling it, Ben?
I have no idea.
Scout Night, I believe.
Scout Night? Yeah.
Tales from the Trail.
Tales from the Trail, Scout Night, Adult Summer Camp. So you hiked the Appalachian Trail how long ago?
That would be in 2023.
So 2023. How long did it take you? Did you do the whole? You did the whole thing?
Whole thing.
The whole thing.
Wow.
Right.
Were you by yourself?
Started out by myself. Made quite a lot of friends along the way. That's for sure. But it took about 5 months, 21 days, 6 hours, and 42 minutes.
Oh, my goodness.
And how long is that from start to finish?
About that.
Approximately.
What's the mileage on that?
It was 2,198.2 miles.
Damn.
Not counting the approach trail, which I think is like 8.2.
Did you train for that? Or did you just go?
I have like a fairly athletic background. I did a lot of wrestling and jiu-jitsu stuff growing up. I always like generally challenging things, so it just kind of seemed to fit.
So your kind of life, your life was kind of training. No specific training, but you're
I like to fool myself into believing I was Batman.
Yeah.
Most of my life.
So where's the trailhead? Where does it start?
It starts in Amicalola Falls, which is northern Georgia.
Okay, and then goes through because listen, I hiked the Appalachian Trail too. I spent about an hour. I spent about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Hiked it. I took a day pack.
You were 5 years old.
Got a water bottle.
I took a day pack and one of those canteens that had the fuzzy outside.
Yeah, with the Weeblo kit.
Oh, I remember.
It's fine. I brought my mess kit with me just in case we got lost. And it ends where? So it starts in Georgia and it ends in?
It ends on Mount Katahdin in Maine.
In Maine?
Yeah.
That is incredible.
Mom, were you worried?
Worried doesn't cover what I felt.
5 months.
And Ben, you can share what you did to your mother.
Oh, yeah.
You fought Sasquatch or Chupacabra.
So there was a point after, where is it? I can't remember the last shelter, but it's right before the Smoky Mountains. And I ran out of fuel. I ran out of charge of my battery for my phone. And I recall texting my mom, hey, there's a bear behind me. And then
cubs.
silence.
Are you out of your mind? Why would you do
Was
that?
there
Why
an
would you
actual
do that to-
bear?
Oh.
There was, yeah.
Okay.
Why would you do that to her?
It wasn't intentional. I felt really bad. She even called the park rangers.
So the last text you get from your son, whose battery ran out, is there's a bear behind me with cubs, and now
nothing.
and nothing else after that.
And I lost because I could see he was sharing his location up until that point, and all of a sudden his location stops. That's the last ping.
So sorry, Mom.
But I trust his outdoor skills. I do, because we were raised doing a lot of hunting and fishing and orienteering. I trust in that, and I thought, okay, should I overreact? Should I take a breath? There's probably a reason. Ben's smart enough to know what to do with mama bear cubs. He does know what he's doing. And then a day went by, and no response. And then another day. So I called the rangers.
Yeah.
And when you start the Appalachian Trail, you're registered. And when you go into certain checkpoints, right, Ben, you register your name and number so they could see where you are.
Especially for the bigger parks, you kind of have to say, hey, I'm here for this amount of time.
And how far are those checkpoints from one another? Like, what's the closest and farthest, you think? We're talking 20 miles? We're talking 200 miles?
Well, for the Smokies, it's 100 something.
Wow.
Yeah. And it went pretty fast.
Was that your biggest why am I doing this moment?
Yes. I mean,
what am I doing?
Being out of food for the most part, being out of fuel, being out of foam battery. I couldn't even take cool pictures to show everybody.
So how long till you got food and water and a battery?
It was about 5 days.
5 days?
Yeah. You are incredible.
Whoa, dude.
It was, I mean, people have done worse since. Honestly, it wasn't that bad, all things considered. Cold-soaked mashed potatoes saved my life.
Cold-soaked? Which, by the way, you brought us some of that.
Not cold-soaked, thankfully. This is the best version of a trail staple, a ramen bomb.
A ramen bomb.
Yeah, so ramen and instant mashed potatoes boiled together. It's just pure starch, carbohydrates.
Keeps you going, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Keeps you fueled up.
Do you happen to know Jeff Barr? Does that name ring a bell?
What was his trail name?
I don't. Probably on Jefferson Airplane. That's what he goes by. But he was a chef.
You had a
at
trail
Cleveland
name?
Heath, a sous chef, and he also hiked the Appalachian Trail. A friend of mine. Must be something with chefs wanting to hike this trail.
Wait a
He
second.
works for them now. He works for the Appalachian Trail Conservatory.
It's getting as far away from people as possible, I think.
That's probably true. Working in the food.
But when he
yeah.
did it, he said the same thing to me. He was like, "Man, there were days that I wanted to quit."
Yeah, oh yeah.
He's like, there are days on the trail that like you are great, and then there were days that like stuff goes wrong, and you feel so isolated. And he was because it takes a long time.
Yeah.
Especially, he said, the further north you made it, and as it started to get cold and the weather wasn't as cooperative, it became a lot more mentally taxing.
Once you start to get into like Virginia, Vermont, the whites, it really becomes, it's less hiking and more of like a rock scramble. You put your hiking poles away and you're just crawling basically a vertical wall of boulders.
Well, you know these 0 days, right? 0 days when you hit a town?
Yeah, actually. Excellent term, yeah.
What was a simple town pleasure that felt like the absolute height of luxury after
Should I
being
cover
out?
my ears now?
Whoa.
Indoor. Well, now
What town did you go to, man? Boys Town?
Now there's going to be a weird connotation to whatever I say. Indoor plumbing.
Indoor plumbing.
And running water are the best things on the planet. And beer. I like beer.
Ben, I have all of these weird stories that come out like on TikTok about the Appalachian Trail, like people that live out there and the old wives' tale that people say, or, myths that people have. Like, did you see anything weird? Like, did you see any, like the brown lights or anything?
I didn't see anything like crazy.
What the hell are the brown lights?
I don't know, man. It's like it's weird lighting where there should be no lights.
Whoa.
It's kind of like the wisps of the swamp kind of thing, comparable to it. Yeah. I didn't have anything that weird. I did have some weird sounds, but I always wrote it off as
Sasquatch,
Mothman, Virginia Creeper,
Cabra,
the
Jersey Devil.
The Jersey Devil, that's right. The Pines.
Oh, man, look it all
Love
up.
that
It's
trail.
fascinating, all those stories.
The scariest part about the trail was probably the townies and some of the smaller towns. I'm not gonna lie.
What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean, Ben?
Like, were they just
sweet,
creepy people?
sweet folks. But I did a lot of hitchhiking into town, and I had none of them were like malicious or particularly mean or anything, but they just gave off a weird vibe.
Okay.
Whoa,
what a wild tale.
What was the weirdest town that you went through? What's it called?
Weirdest town. There was a vacant town in Virginia. It was an old mining town. I can't recall the name off the top of my head, but it was basically a ghost town. Nobody lived there except for like 6 people, and it used to be a population of 500. I can't pull the name out of my head right now, but there was something eerie about it. We did not stay long. We got our town food and we bailed.
So when you're going through the trail and you're hearing sounds and you're worried about chupacabra, but bear and some other things. I know, like when I went to Yosemite, it was we were going to be pretty deep out in some places, but you weren't allowed to have bear mace on the Appalachian Trail since it's each different counties, different states, obviously across the entire country. There's no like one particular rule, or is there? And did you carry any mace or weaponry of any kind?
None whatsoever. I mean, the closest thing I'd have to be considered weaponry was my trekking poles.
My right and my left hand.
Wow. So if Mama Bear wants to come at
registered.
you don't have bear mace.
No. There's a
tenacious and ate, and they was hungry.
I can't believe I didn't think of that. That was good.
Well,
the only thing I had that was like a bear deterrent was initially when I started the trail, there's this thing called a bear vault for your food. It's a heavy plastic container, and it's supposed to like be
scent.
Yes,
right,
anti-scent
scent and block box.
But then somebody purely anecdotal told me that they had a bear vault. They set it on the ground, and then they saw a small black bear just push down on it with its front paws. Yeah, and I just crushed it. So and I'm so sorry if I'm throwing out bad information here, but all the experienced through hikers, they just slept with their food. Yeah, they had it in a regular bag, and they just slept with it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like to rub a steak on my.
I like to
going into the woods.
I like to roll around in some paprika before I get in my sleeping bag.
Listen, so you have Tales from the Trail, Tales from the Appalachian Trail happening on the 26th of June.
26th of June, and James Enstall from Geek to Me Radio will be kind of with Benny helping narrate. We're going to go state to state, right, Ben? And he has some really messed up stories, like when the crackhead stole your phone and went to a trailer.
Oh, did you get off in Tower Grove or something?
Well, you can
day in Tower Grove.
You can hear all the stories from the trail.
All those stories.
At Work and Leisure and either the Tenacious Seats website or the Work and Leisure website.
Correct.
You get all the tickets. And, man, you guys always got stuff going on.
We do. And, I think we're just trying to do things that are different and offer different experiences to everyone and keep it different, right? Every night of the summer camp is going to be different. So one night you could do tie-dye. One night the STL Improv Shop is going to be doing counselors in training. They're hilarious. And we're doing our 2 movie nights. Awesome. So if you come to one, you're not making it to everything. There's going to be something different every night. And Benny, I know, is going to do a backpack shakedown, and we're going to be giving away all kinds of camping gear if you win the shakedown. So, Ben, what's a shakedown?
So, a shakedown is something I didn't actually get to experience as much as I would have liked to, but it's just a, what's the word? I can't think of they just go through all your gear and make sure you don't have any extra stuff that's adding weight arbitrarily.
Oh, okay.
So, like if you have a raincoat that you don't need or a jacket that you're not using and it's just, you have an extra 2 pounds in your pack, get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, workandleisurestl.com to get all your tickets and stuff. Chef Liz, Ben, good luck with everything this summer. You're welcome here anytime, both of you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing.
Having us. This was tons of fun. Benny, do you want to tell me what your trail name is?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, what's your
This is like a screen name, right?
It's like telling a demon's name. It gives so much power. No, it's Kermit the Frog.
Oh, Jeff.
Yeah.
That's
Kermit the Frog.
Awesome.
Yes,
That's
sir.
sweet.
He's got it on his hat.
Yeah, it's on your hat.
Kermit the with a hiking stick.
What are all your buddies' names?
Oh, yeah. Big shout out to, in no particular order, Star Waffle, First Class, Mushroom, Shroomfire, Coaster, Guapo, Crane, Robin Williams.
Cool.
Yeah. Sorry if I'm forgetting anybody.
Dude, that is great.
All right, see him at Work and Leisure. We got to take one final break. We'll come back, wrap her up. All right, that is it for us. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Wednesday in the books. If you missed anything, you got the clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring. Also, the Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers podcast, which is titled
The Lady of the Ditch.
The Lady of the Ditch, our very own Lern.
Yep.
All right, what else, Moon?
Can You Feel the Punk tonight? August 8th, Chesterfield Amphitheater. Absolutely amazing show. You better get tickets. We're just doing one that night. Starts at, pretty much sundown. So Can You Feel the Punk tonight? You can get all the information there, canyoufeelthepunktonight.com or thepageant.com for tickets.
Learn.
You can just follow me on the socials if you want, at Lern versus Radio.
Good luck, Rafe, with the colon blow.
No notes.
We'll see you on Friday.
On the other side of the wall.
Scott.
If you want an inside look of what Rafe's going to go through today, make sure to follow King Scott Rules. We're going to have a lot of live streams, and that's going to be awesome.
Inside look.
Play-by-play.
Just a
How'd you get there, Scott?
I'm going to get that camera zoomed right on in.
You're like the magic school bus.
I would love for you and Chris
Rafe's
Kerber
colon.
to narrate my colonoscopy.
All right. Thank you,
It's gonna
Scott.
be great. You're welcome.
All right. We'll leave you with a selection from our Teamers Member of the Day brought to you by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Join Rafe and I, very clean Rafe, on Sunday at the Hot Shots in St. Charles for the 35th anniversary celebration. All right. From Bethalto, Juliana Ursch is our Teamers Member of the Day.